Yo, big up to the lads, big up everyone. Welcome to the Blue Lounge. I hope you guys are having a fantastic evening. Today has been a crazy day in the transfer market, which we're gonna get into. Big up to Kasim, big up to Jamie, Original, CV, Daniel Holloway. Is there any transfer news? Just a little bit. No, there's a ton. There's a ton of transfer news, which we will get into today. Eric Blue, welcome to the stream. Welcome to everyone. I'm glad to see so many of you guys are here already. Before we start, lads, do us a favor. Hit that like button. And if you're new, consider subscribing to the Blue Lounge. Listen, people, we've got a long stream ahead of us tonight. Maybe 2 hour plus. But because my battery's working, I found my charger, everything is connected, everything is running smoothly. Not like yesterday where we had to rush it. So we're looking good tonight. We got a long evening ahead of us. I want you all to go grab a drink, get a snack, make yourselves comfortable, because we got a hell of a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to start with a match preview. Van Dijk versus Lukaku, Chelsea versus Liverpool. That little match that's going to happen tomorrow. That big match that's going to happen tomorrow. We're going to be talking about that first. Tactics, formations, lineups, predicted scoreline. We're going to be giving that a good chunk of time. And then we're going to move over and talk about the transfer window, because today has seen some contradictory stories. Today we have seen a whole bunch of banter. 1 minute this is happening, the next minute it's not happening. And literally in the space of 1 hour, we had Cristiano Ronaldo going from Man City to Manchester United while he was on the airplane, apparently. So we had a lot to discuss. We also have the Champions League fixtures that have been published today. So we might examine that towards the end of the stream as well, talking about the fixtures. One good thing that I have seen is we play Malmo as our last game of the first batch of fixtures, and then the first game of the second batch of fixtures. And I've got Heinz CFC in the chat, and maybe you're able to come on and give us an insight in regards to Malmo. Ryan, big up to you, my man. Big up to Ryan. Listen, I will be posting the link in the chat in just a few seconds. And then I'm going to get you guys to come in, and we're going to discuss tomorrow's fixture. We're going to discuss that first, and then we're going to go on to the rest of the topics. All right. I'm going to post it, and I'm going to... Sorry, guys, give me a second. Can everyone hear me all right? And is the stream lagging? Because apparently I just got a message that says to me the stream is lagging. So people in the chat, let me know if the stream is lagging and if you can hear me all right. Paste. Thank you, Eric Blue. Thank you. All right, people. The pinned comment is there. Julius, big up. Julius, big up. Gamer Blazer. Hey, listen. Gamer Blazer, don't be spamming. Don't be spamming. This is your warning. Don't be spamming. Just put it in the stream once, in the chat once. I'll see it. Kurt Zuma moved to West Ham. Can now finally go ahead after the problem with the medical resolved itself. Yeah, I saw that. That is correct. That is correct. I did see that. And again, Gamer Blazer, don't spam, please. All right? Yeah, no worries, mate. All good. All right, now I've got everyone in the back here. Let me bring them in. Eric Blue, welcome to the stream. Jamie, welcome to the stream. Julius, welcome to the stream. Kasim, welcome to the stream. How you all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm brilliant. I'm looking forward to this evening. We got a ton to talk about. Listen, original Civi, I can see you in the back room, but you're gonna have to log out and log back in again because it's not connecting you. Your device is there, but it isn't connected. So please log out and log back in again. Thank you. So guys, we got a lot to talk about tonight. We've got a lot to talk about. I want to start with the match tomorrow. And then we will move into the transfer window because I know a lot has happened today in the transfer window, and that needs to be addressed. Tyler?
You right, mate?
How's it going, mate?
Yeah, it's going fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. It's the first time I've seen you on my stream. Where you from, man?
I'm from the UK. I'm from Bridlington, East Riding.
Hey, Mo, he's my son.
He's your son?
Yeah.
I thought.
Explain something to me. How can a Kasim have a Taylor as a son, man?
I had him young, Mo. I'm from United Arab Emirates originally.
Okay.
And I met my wife. She was from Abu Dhabi. I used to be professional footballer, Mo, and I met my wife over there. Yeah, and I used to play for Al Jazeera. So I moved here 2003. So I've got Tyler, and I got Kareem, and I got Amir. And the youngest one, Amir, played for Hull City Academy.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Best of luck to the lads. Hopefully we'll get one of you guys, making it through into a professional career.
Awesome.
So best of luck.
Thanks for having us, Mo. You start.
Nice. It's a pleasure. Just a question to Tyler. Tyler, are you a Chelsea fan?
I am a Chelsea fan.
All right, brilliant. I was going to boo you out of the stream, but since you're a Chelsea fan, you're welcome to stay on.
I'm a big Chelsea fan. Don't worry about it.
All right. We got Boogeyman coming in. Boogeyman, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Boogeyman?
Thanks, Mo. How are you guys doing? A lot of new faces here. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to everyone. I've got a person in the back room called Nazar. Again, you're going to have to reset your connection. I can see you, but you're not connected. So please log out and log back in again. Very much appreciated. Big up, Josh. I'm not sure about Kunde incoming. I'm not sure about. We're going to have to discuss this later on tonight. I think there might be problems there, but we'll get back to that and we will discuss that when we talk about the transfer window. All right. I can start with the transfer window, but I think we need to focus on the game, and then we'll talk about the window because we're going to be talking about the window pretty much all night tonight. Listen, people. First of all, before we go into the predicted formation and starting lineup, how do you guys think Lukaku will do against Van Dijk tomorrow? Because tomorrow he's really going to have a test on his hands. It's not Arsenal. It's a proper team he's playing now. I'm going to start with Julius. Julius, give me your thoughts on Lukaku Van Dijk tomorrow, man.
It's gonna be, as you mentioned, it's gonna be the real test. It's gonna be very interesting. I've watched Lukaku quite a lot because I do watch Inter Milan in Serie A, and when he faced Chiellini and at Juve, for example, he wasn't amazing. I can't remember if he scored against Juve at all when he played at Inter. I can't remember, but he didn't do well against the physical defenders. So obviously, he won't be able to basically boss or bully Van Dijk the way he did against Arsenal. So we will see. Again, I mentioned last stream, I'm not gonna hold my hands up yet because it's too early. Still, we have to see how he fares throughout the season. We can't get too excited really quick. We played against Arsenal. Arsenal is a team that. If they get 8th, 7th this year would be an achievement. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think Josh is saying he scored against Juventus. Lukaku scored against Juventus. The thing is this. Tomorrow is going to be an actual test. Not only for Lukaku Van Dijk, but for Chelsea Football Club, because we are now playing against a big boy team. Crystal Palace, all due respect, they're not Chelsea standard. Arsenal, all due respect, they're not Premier League standard. Just saying. Maybe I'm a little bit harsh on them, but right now, the way that Arsenal handle their business, they're confusing the hell out of me. But it is what it is. Tomorrow, Liverpool is a big team with big players. Do you think Chelsea will be up to the task, Boogeyman?
Hello, Julius. Hope you're doing okay. Listen, I think tomorrow is going to be really difficult. Let me just put it that way. The worst is we're playing in Anfield, and with Liverpool, I'm not too sure how to feel about it because Chelsea, we have a complete team. I'm not saying we won't be able to create chances. We will create chances, but the way the game against Arsenal, where we have a win back completely free, Alonso doing what he wants to do, and Reece James pretty much open all the time. Against Liverpool, they will just use those space behind them and just hit us on counter attack. So Tuchel has to come up with a completely different way to handle Liverpool. But when it comes to Lukaku, Van Dijk, I don't even think Van Dijk is going to be man mark Lukaku. They're probably going to put Matip on Lukaku because Van Dijk is pretty much the leader of that team. He pretty much lead everybody around. So he's not going to bother too much with Lukaku, probably Matip, and go a little help Matip once in a while. So if our game plan is a duel between Lukaku and Van Dijk, I think we're losing that game like this. We just have to go there, play our game, and try to just beat Liverpool on one-on-one matches. Like if you Lukaku against whoever is around Lukaku has to really beat that guy. And Van Dijk, I don't think Van Dijk will be the decisive element because he's not gonna be man marking Lukaku. That's how I can see it. Because I listened to a club also today. He's a presser. and I see that guy is planning something completely different. So I'm not sure. But at Anfield, if we come up with 1 point, I'll be happy. But I'm leaning toward our first defeat in the season, just to be honest.
Boogeyman. You and your positive vibes are killing me. You
That's
and your
it.
positivity, man. It's just too much positivity, Boogeyman.
Sorry,
Let's
man.
go to let's go to Bobby. Bobby, tell me something positive, man. Welcome to the stream, Bobby.
Hey, hello guys. Hi. I was about to phone a counselor. You know, we might get somebody jumping off the bridge somewhere, so we need to be careful when we put Boogeyman on.
Then
Yeah,
put me on after
Chelsea,
Bobby.
Liverpool.
Sorry, Bobby.
Chelsea, Liverpool. Well, this is a test for us, isn't it? I think I'm looking at this game to assess whether we are truly title contenders. As always, I'm against this sort of one player in the team, so and so bothering about the amount of game time they have, while our rivals are stockpiling players and being able to field 2 teams, 3 teams, and it's all about the club winning. I think we're in a bit of a pickle with just Lukaku as our lone striker. But anyway, we are where we are. At least our first 11 is fit at the moment. And it's going to be an interesting one. I think we're strong enough to beat Liverpool. I think we've got the manager to beat them. Yes, they've got their defenders back. Trouble is when you're playing someone like Lukaku, if you take a defender to stick to him to mark him, you are then leaving a lone defender for the other strikers around that Chelsea have to run rings round in a way. But anyway, it's going to be very, very, very interesting and a big test for us. And if we pass this test, then I think we've got a good chance. I think we've got a very good chance.
I think the game is it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one, and I think the result is going to have a mini. How should I put this? Because right now everyone is vying for that top spot, and I think if Chelsea beat Liverpool, we're starting to open a gap. Yeah, I don't know. It's early days. Listen, before I continue, I have put in the chat a link to my Twitter page. All right, I want you guys who haven't started following me on Twitter to go ahead and click on that link and follow me on Twitter. Especially Kasim. I want to add you to a group that we have on Twitter where we debate a lot of the things that we have on the show between us, and we bring it in to the show. I think I'm going to be seeing you quite regularly on this channel.
Yeah,
so if you follow me on Twitter, I will add you to that.
I will.
And anybody else? I mean, I know Josh has got something against Twitter, but Josh, if you ever do decide to get a Twitter account, add me, and we'll add you to the group as well. I think Julius was about to jump in. Julius?
No, I wanna say Bobby made a very good point. Also, Boogeyman, that you cannot man mark Lukaku because you're basically gonna make it so easy for Chelsea tactically to start overlapping, and that's basically what I think Lukaku will be doing. I won't be surprised if he plays a little bit of a deeper role. We'll see, but I don't know if we're gonna win tomorrow or no. I really have no idea. I'm trying to use my head, not my heart. My heart is telling me we're gonna win. We're winning the league this year. It's just written in the stars. My head is telling me I really have no. If we get a point, it's maybe a good result. We'll see.
A point against Liverpool is a good result, especially
and
at this point
historically
in the
we
season.
don't do well. We don't do well.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. The thing is this: before we go into the formation and the tactics and whatnot, normally we listen to the press conference. We try to get an understanding of what Tuchel had to say in that press conference and mirror that in regards to our match preview, and then in the formation and in the starting lineup. But guess what we find out in this press conference today? We find out that Tuchel likes to, or he used to fancy the singer of ABBA. ABBA. He used to fancy her when he was a kid. And, he listens to a bit of rock and roll, heavy metal, Jay-Z. What is that all about? Who cares about that? Who cares about it? Why are the journalists asking stupid questions? Why don't the journalists ask, do we have any injury worries? What is the situation with Pulisic?
You need to look at the journalists that are asking those questions.
I think he's still out. Pulisic is still out.
I think he is.
Yeah,
Pulisic is out. Zuma is in France with family issues. But I want to see a journalist ask the question.
Look at the journalists we have these days. Look at the person asking him that question, and look at the kind of way the fan base is going, and you'll just despair. I give football about another 15 years before it all goes to pot.
Ridiculous.
Can I just?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Regarding the first point about tomorrow's game, my personal opinion, the games is both teams top of the table, 6 points each. It's going to be very cagey. It's 0-0 or 1-1 all over it. Both managers do want to lose for early season. I think if you watch Liverpool pre-season, defensively they're not great. They're leaking goals, and I think Klopp will know that. And I think Klopp tomorrow is set up to not to lose, not winning the game. That's my opinion. I think Tuchel will start tomorrow. Werner. That's my opinion.
Kasim, we'll discuss that in a second. We'll discuss the start lineup in a second. I agree. I agree about Werner, though. I have to admit, I agree about Werner. Yeah. Jamie, I cut you off a minute ago. What point you were trying to make? I apologize for cutting you off.
It's no fair. See, what I like, my brother's a Liverpool fan, so I watch a lot of Liverpool matches as well. And I've watched every Liverpool game this season so far. And Van Dijk is not the same player he was before his injury. He's scared. You can see he's scared to go into into be physical with another player. So I think Lukaku is going to thrive off that. I think he's going to really put in a work against it. But the thing about it is, everyone's going to be looking at Lukaku. No one's going to be looking at the Havertz, the Mounts, the Werners if he starts. No one's going to be looking at those players where they can definitely score goals. Like Werner, all he has to do is stay on side. All he has to do is stay inside.
Yeah, and that's going to play a big part in the team selection. And I think when we go ahead and select our starting 11, we need to keep that in mind because I've seen a lot of the predicted lineups. I've watched a lot of videos today, from different content creators talking about the predicted lineup, and they all have two elements in common. Defenders, some have Christensen, some have Silva. Okay, midfield is all the same. A couple of wing-back differences, but they all have Mount and Werner to start tomorrow. I have a different opinion on that. And we will get into that in just a second. Lads, we have how many? We have 30 people in the chat, and we're currently on 25 likes. So 5 of you haven't liked my stream yet. Why is that? Why haven't you liked my stream? Lads, hit the like button. Let's get as many people in here as possible, and if you can, retweet this. Send it on your Facebook, on your Instagram. Just share it. Let's get people to come in here and join this conversation. All right, now there is news currently happening right now as we're speaking in regarding to the transfers, but we're going to get into all of that after we look at tomorrow's team selection and formation. Now, lads, what formation do you think we'll be playing tomorrow?
4-3-3.
4-3-3, you reckon?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening.
Who said 4-3-3?
I think we will do the usual.
3-4-2. I'm actually thinking 3-4-2-1.
Yeah.
Sorry, 3-4-1-2. No, 3-4-1-2. I'm actually thinking 3-4-1-2 because I can't see Tuchel changing formation so
Against
drastically against Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, he could do it this season. He probably will do it this season, but I don't think he'll be against Liverpool. Not so early in the season. Maybe. Go on, Eric.
Yeah, if it's a 3-4-2 1-2, then Mount will probably not start.
That's what I'm getting at. And a lot of people had this formation with Mount starting as a 10. You see?
Yeah, but who is that one?
Sorry?
Who is that one? The 1-2. Who is the one?
Who is? I believe it'll be either Havertz or Ziyech.
No, I don't think so.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
You know what? Let's get to the attack. Let's start at the back. We'll get into the attack, and then we'll address the positions one by one. And everyone can make their point in regards to that. Gabriel, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. It will not be a drastic change, not against his mentor. Yeah. It will be a tricky one to have such a big change. 3-4-3, yes, but this variation of the 3-4-3, and we'll get into it. All right, now in goal, we all agree it should be the best goalkeeper in Europe, right? That's who should be in goal. I mean, I'm just saying we have the best goalkeeper. I mean, say
no more. Say no more. It's not just us. It's not just us. If UEFA think he's the best one, so
okay. My mouse is acting up today. Sorry, lads. Here we go. All right, so we've got Mendy in goal. Now, in regards to left and right of centre backs, before we go to the centre one, let's do the left and let's do the right. Left is already picking himself, correct?
Rudiger, yeah.
Rudiger, right? We're not going to change. We're not going to change that one. That's
absolutely.
Yeah. So Rudy is in here. Now, on the right, who do you guys want on the right?
I want Azpilicueta. Yeah, Azpilicueta.
Yeah.
Azpilicueta?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Bit of leadership in the defence.
Yeah, that's what was gonna be in that game tomorrow. Is more experience than anything else, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. Azpilicueta will be the man there. Now,
Christensen.
This is the tricky one because I've seen people go for Christensen. I've seen people go for Thiago Silva.
I think Thiago
Silva hasn't played yet, man. You know,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Christensen.
It's not tricky at all because Thiago Silva has barely played. So
but maybe Tuchel is warming him up for this game. That's probably why he didn't play him last week. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but he needs games under his belt, mate. He can't just throw him against Liverpool.
I don't know. It's just tricky. I obviously, it could be. I don't know.
It's
Liverpool. I'll tell you what. Yeah, we'll go one at a time. Bobby, who would you have?
In the middle of the back three.
Yeah.
Is that where we are?
That's where we are.
It's controversial. Christensen has done well there, but somehow I think in this game, Tuchel is going to use Thiago. Don't know why. His fitness isn't that great.
Do you think he'll start him?
Yeah.
You think he'll start him?
Yeah. People say he hasn't played and so and so, but this is a seasoned pro. He'll get ready for a big game like this.
All right, so we got one for Thiago. Jamie?
I'd say Thiago as well. I think Tuchel knows what he's doing. I think he's getting him ready for that Liverpool match.
That's two for Thiago. Eric?
Yeah, it's going to be Christensen. It doesn't. I don't see any other. Yeah.
Okay, one Christensen, two Thiago. Julius?
I'd say it's Thiago Silva. And the reason why, in my opinion, Thiago Silva is a winner. He's a big game player and he's a leader, and we're looking for more experience. I don't agree with that fact that he's not ready or whatever reason it is. I think if he's fit, and I think Tuchel may be resting him, he's starting for sure. If he's not fit, then he's not. If he's fit, he's starting.
Fair enough. And we would know that had somebody asked the question in the press conference, but it is what it is. Kasim, Christensen, Thiago. Christensen. All right, so that's two Christensen, three Thiago. Boogeyman.
Christensen started this game. It's as simple as that.
All right, three Christensen, three Thiago.
The reason is the fact that Thiago has not played any game till now,
Yeah.
and the fact that I think Christensen, Tuchel will now try to turn Christensen as the leader of that defense. So
Yeah.
that this game should be one of the games he has to play. If you take him out this game, so it's a big return to the same last year. Thiago is the leader and the Christensen is the backup. But I think this year Christensen should be the leader and Thiago the backup. So no brainer, Christensen start this game.
No brainer.
Right, so that's 3-3. That's 3-3. You know what? The chat will decide who will start for the Blue Lounge team. Lads, in the chat, tell me, Thiago or Christensen? Thiago or Christensen? Let me know in the chat. The one that gets the most is the one that's going to be playing in the in our team. So write down Thiago or Christensen. Let me see it.
Who do you think, Mo? I'm very interested to see. Yeah, I'm very interested to know.
I actually think it'll be Thiago. But I'm not going to influence the chat. So we've got one for Christensen. One for Christensen. No, I'll tell you why I think it's Thiago. I think it's because he's been training. There's been a lot of emphasis on him in training today in the Chelsea website. So I think if he's gonna start, he'll start today. And strength, experience, big game player. But I think we're going to go with Christensen by the looks of things. The chat is going Chris. All right, we're going Chris. I mean, I don't get no likes on my own channel. No one picks the player that I pick. Bloody hell, man! Seriously, you.
Yeah, I think more. I think it's about 65 to 70% Christensen because he's going to be protected by Rudiger and Azpilicueta, and they experience enough to guide him through the game.
No. Christensen is a very good player. He doesn't need no one to protect him. He can do Gabriel with Tomori. Yeah, I wish. All right, listen. Center of the park. I guess we're all gonna go with Kante, Jorginho, correct? Or does anybody think Kovačić should start?
No, if it's Kante's fit, he's gonna start 100%.
Yeah. Boogeyman. Kante, Jorginho.
Yeah.
Julius.
Kante, Jorginho.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Eric.
Actually, I think Kovačić could. No, I'm joking.
You always have to, my heart is about to. We're gonna have an argument about this. Seriously.
No. I'm sorry. Yeah. Kovačić on the bench and Kante to start.
Yeah.
Jamie.
Yeah, if Kante is fit, it's Kante and Jorginho.
Yeah, Boogeyman. Bobby.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Brilliant.
I think it's a no-brainer, that one.
Yeah. I mean, especially when the game is of this caliber, it's gonna be the Mandem, innit? The best in Europe, the best in Europe.
Mandem.
Well, yeah, Mandem, the Mandem. All right, now listen. I'm gonna go left first because this one's controversial. The right is probably picking himself, but on the left, Alonso or Ben Chilwell. Now, the argument is as follows. Alonso has been playing really well. However, Ben Chilwell does have the extra bit of pace. And Ben Chilwell has been out for quite some time. So, do you risk it? I mean, he's not played since the Champions League final. So, do you risk him in this game? Do you start Alonso and bring him on? I mean, what do you guys want to do? I'm gonna start with Bobby. Who would you have?
It's a tough one.
Or, it is a tough one.
Chile hasn't played since the Champions League final. He hasn't played football in anger since that game, which was how many months ago? 3 months ago now.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It's hard. I think.
One second, Bobby. I got to address this comment. Alonso, attack and pace. Attack, I understand. Pace, explain to me, Gabriel. Gabriel, in the chat, explain to me what you mean by pace. Bobby, carry on, my man. Sorry.
I think what it means is that Alonso is slow, which was going to follow up my argument. Not argument. What I was going to say about Alonso Chilwell. You see, the thing Liverpool do is they press well, and they are pacey on the wings.
Yep.
I don't think we can afford to have Alonso there. I think we have no choice. But I don't know the state of Chilwell, but if he's fit, he's got to play.
Yeah.
We have to risk. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Eric, you're with that? You're with that? Ben Chilwell to start tomorrow?
Yeah, the risk of starting Chilwell might still be lower than the risk of starting Alonso. So that's the way I look at it. Yeah.
Fair comment. Jamie?
I actually think Alonso, and I'll say why. I think Alonso going forward is going to be huge tomorrow, because as we were talking about Lukaku versus Van Dijk, all eyes are going to be on Lukaku. He wants another player that goes up the wing that'll just completely destroy that left hand side. So I honestly think Alonso is going to be there.
Okay. Tricky one. Julius?
I would say Ben Chilwell. Anytime, any day of the week. Can you imagine Liverpool breaking it on us, man? How the hell are we going to handle it with Alonso at the back? We're going to get absolutely destroyed if Alonso is going to play tomorrow. I would rather hold for a draw and not lose, get battered from the right side.
Yeah, especially
with
Jorginho as his cover. You know what happens when that's. Yeah.
Also, by the way, Ben Chilwell is so underrated attack-wise. Like everyone talks about how
I think so. I agree with you, Julius. I agree. I mean, he does have a shot on him. He does have I mean, his shot is not like Alonso's standard, but he does have a shot on him for a left back, and he also has decent crosses, decent attacking positions, and he's faster. And this is the thing, Gabriel. I believe, and a lot of people believe, that Ben Chilwell is faster and tracks back better than Alonso. I agree with you 100%. He is definitely better offensively than a lot of the players in the Chelsea squad, including some of the midfielders. Alonso is very good moving up the pitch. But when it comes to defending, is a different story. Okay, so how
Can I
many
just
do
say
we have?
something there?
Go on, Jamie. Go on.
When I'm thinking of left wing back, I'm thinking of Marcos Alonso straight away. And there's one reason why. In that position, he is unbelievable. Under Conte, he was unbelievable left wing back. And even the start of the season so far, he's been unbelievable in left wing back. When it comes to left back, I think Chilwell every day. I love Chilwell. But when I'm thinking left wing back, I'm just thinking of Marcos Alonso straight away. I don't even. There's no second thought there in my eyes.
Would you have said that 4 months ago?
Yeah, no. When I think
Really?
of left wing back, when I think of left wing back, I think of Marcos Alonso. When we went to forward back, I would never put Marcos Alonso at left back, never in a million years. But when I'm thinking left wing back, I'm thinking of Marcos Alonso every day.
But how come, like with all that what Chilwell did last year, unreal?
I love Chilwell. Don't get me wrong. I think he's quality, but I think Marcos Alonso is different gravy in that left wing side. I honestly do.
Yeah, I disagree.
All right. Kasim.
Right, I've got 2 points here, guys. Right. First of all, I think tomorrow Ben Chilwell is gonna start. That's my opinion. That's because Mo Salah on the right hand side. So it's more defensively, it's better than Alonso. It all depends on formation. If we go 5-3-2-1, it's gonna play Alonso. If we play 4-3-2-1, it's gonna play Ben Chilwell. So I think tomorrow Ben Chilwell is gonna start because, matter of fact, Mo Salah. Because I believe the game tomorrow is gonna be cagey because the two managers, no one want to lose early, third game of the season. That's my opinion.
I'm not sure about being cagey, but it'll definitely be a lot of tactics involved in that, and we saw that in the build up to the game, the way that Klopp tries to soften up Tuchel with some praising and nice vibes and whatnot. But Tuchel's onto him. He's onto him. I saw that. I saw the way he was talking about him. Boogeyman, you're smiling. What are you thinking, man? What are you thinking?
Alonso start this game. That's as simple as that when it comes, because it's one thing is training and one thing is playing actual game. And Chilwell has not played any yet, and it's not against Liverpool that we're going to throw Chilwell in it. And listen, Rudiger will be there for covering Alonso, and they play like that for the last 3 games, I would say. So, and Alonso have been doing really good. The truth is, as much as I think if both Chilwell and Alonso had the same game time, like let's say Chilwell play against Arsenal and Alonso play against Crystal Palace, I think Chilwell start this game. But because Chilwell has not played any, he's sitting on the bench. He has to come from the bench or play some cup game to enter that starting 11. So for me, Alonso start this game also. And
so
we just
that
want
was
to ask
four Ben Chilwell and 2 for Alonso, correct? Or did I miscount?
I think 3-3.
Was it 3-3?
I think Bobby, Chilwell,
Bobby, Eric, Julius, and Kasim said Chilwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. 4-2.
4-2, yeah. Okay. Now, on the right, I'm guessing Reece James. Unless you guys think Callum might start.
No, Reece.
Reece?
No, Reece James for sure.
Yeah, Reece is.
Yeah.
All right.
Reece.
Now this
Can
is... Go on, Boogeyman. Go on.
So I know we already passed SP position, but I think the young Chalobah should pick SP position and Reece play in front of him.
Not in this game. Not in this
No,
game.
Not yet.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Chalobah will get a lot of time, but not in this game. And I think once we start talking about once we start talking about the transfer market, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of Chalobah. I have a feeling.
And I would love to talk about also one aspect later today about how the fan base forced Chalobah to delete his tweet about Reece James as well.
I will make sure I'll remind you of that if I don't forget. But there's a lot. Listen, lads, people in the chat, this is going to be a long stream. So if you guys don't have work tomorrow and you want to wake up just in time to watch Chelsea beat Liverpool, watch the stream. We're going to be up all night. All right, we're going to be up all night. I found my charger. My laptop is charged full capacity. I got 70 people in the chat. I want you to be hitting that like button. We're going to be talking about a ton of things today. This is only the beginning. 71 people in the chat, only 37 likes. Not even 50 likes yet. Disappointing, lads. Come on. Let's get to 50 likes. Now, listen, people. This is the interesting bit. Now, I'm going to assume we are all going to go for this lad up front. Correct?
No.
I'm not sure. Some people might go with.
If you don't want him up front, I don't want to be having you in my stream tonight. I'm serious. Now listen, this guy is going to start. All right. Now the formation could be different. We could be doing 3-4-2-1 or 3-4-1-2. But for the sake of this selection, we're going to do it as if we had this formation. And the reason why I've chosen this formation is I've seen a lot of people pick this formation for this match. But the thing is, everyone that I've seen, they've all had this guy in here. And they've had this guy in here. Now, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this, and I'll tell you why I would not have these guys playing in this way. You see, I think Timo Werner playing with Lukaku is a must if you want to build that relationship, and to have Timo Werner and Lukaku playing against Liverpool is a perfect way to start it, because A, this is a partnership that's building. B, you have pace, you have strength. Okay, and you are able to put a lot of pressure on Liverpool. One of the things that we need to do in this game is to push Liverpool back. And with these two up front, we can. Now, the only issue I have with Mason Mount is a good player moving up the pitch. He presses really well. He will put pressure on the Liverpool defenders. But I think he probably lacks. And when I say lacks, I don't mean that he's bad. I mean he's not as good as Timo Werner, Kai Havertz and Hakim Ziyech when it comes to the creativity aspect. I think having Havertz here or Hakim Ziyech would be a better way to go, because I think this will give us more of an attacking threat in regards to creativity. In regards to pressing and winning the ball back, maybe Mason Mount would be a better option. So I want to know what you guys think about these two positions, Timo Werner and the Kai Havertz position. Should it be Mason Mount, Timo Werner? Should it be Mason Mount and Kai Havertz? Or should it be Hakim Ziyech and Kai Havertz? I mean, how would you guys play those two positions? I'm going to give a couple of minutes to each one of you, and I'm going to start with Boogeyman. Boogeyman, and then we'll work our way down. And also the guys in the chat, let me know your thoughts as well. Go on, Boogeyman.
So for me, it is simple. In this formation, Mount take the 1, and I will not be playing Werner and Lukaku up front. I will put Kai Havertz and Lukaku for starting. The reason is simple. Werner first touches are not the best. And look, so I don't want to have two players up front that cannot really control with high precision the pace of the ball, because we cannot keep losing the ball and give it back to Liverpool to build up the start of or their counter-attack. So for me, Werner and Lukaku, that is not good for this game. I will put Havertz with Lukaku in front, and then put Mount behind him. And one more reason why Mount has to be there is because the pressing game, Lukaku pressing game are not the best. So if you took Lukaku will never press the Liverpool back line. So if you take Mount out of that position, you put Ziyech there or you put Havertz there, then we expose our midfield. And we know when Jorginho is exposed, he's a nightmare. We're not going to do anything good. So for me, Mount is there, and Werner is not in that team. Lukaku start, and then when they become really like, I think 60 or 70 minutes, and we feel like a Liverpool team is a little tired, then I see Werner coming.
Right.
And whether
Listen,
he will have any impact is something else.
All right. So in that case, would it be better for us to play this? This kind of setup, Boogeyman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the good thing about that thing is, then Mount will be putting pressure on Robertson from Liverpool, and then Mo Salah in front of him, because we need that line to be the connection between that speed between Robertson and Salah to be a little disturbed or a little shaken a little by someone that is willing to do all the dirty works. And I think Mount on that position is good. When it comes to what's the name of I'm not talking about Mane, but the wing back of Liverpool, or the right back.
Trent.
No, the left back. Arnold.
You Trent.
Alexander-Arnold. Yeah.
Trent and Mane. I think Azpilicueta will be able to handle a little Mane, and Reece James. Yeah, that's the fight. They both fighting for the same position in the national team anyway. So we leave that to James. But I think Mount has to be on that position, because that side of the pitch is going to be really fast. Robert and Salah. We need Mount there.
All right, fair enough. So you're going for the same three that played against Arsenal.
Yes.
Up front. All right, fair enough. All right, Eric Blue, do you agree? Disagree? What's your team up front? Top three.
I completely agree. This is what I would go with as well. Werner comes off the bench. That's the way I see it. I know he has the speed to cause Liverpool problems. Like, I'm not denying that, but I don't think it's such a big deal. We don't necessarily, he doesn't have to start because of that. So I think this is the best. This is what I would go with. This is the best formation.
All right.
It doesn't have to
Okay.
be a 2 up top. Yeah, in my opinion, it doesn't have to be a 2 up top.
Okay.
I think they can always move around. So this looks good to me.
Okay. All right. Well, it worked against Arsenal. Jamie, your thoughts?
I think it's either between Mount and Havertz to start with Werner with Lukaku, because I think Werner will definitely be starting.
In the 1-10-2 striker system?
I think I think Werner could even play out the left hand side. He's not shy off that either. I think Werner will definitely be starting. Just for the reason Werner isn't a sole striker. He's not someone that's able to do it by himself.
Okay.
We all know that from last season. But when he has another striker up there with him and the pressure's off him, that's when he'll thrive. So I honestly do see Werner starting with Lukaku. And it's between Mount or Havertz. I couldn't pick that one. I honestly couldn't. I think Havertz might start over Mount at the moment. But honestly, it could go either way there, I think.
Yeah. I think he would lean towards Havertz because he wants someone that gives him that little bit more of a creative aspect. Mason Mount is brilliant in regards to his press, in regards to his to put the pressure on to create chances.
He's working.
But he doesn't have that technical skill that Ziyech is known for, Havertz is known for. But it depends on what Tuchel is going to prefer on that day. But yeah, it could go either way. Bobby, what's your thoughts? Bobby, can you hear me?
Sorry, I dropped my phone.
I thought it might have overheated, but dropping it is another thing.
Yeah, somehow it's keeping the heat, although it's warming up a bit now. But yeah, this is an interesting one, really. I think the key to this, I'm not a believer in robotic formations, and I don't think Tuchel, well, I know Tuchel isn't either. But I think the key to this is in the use of the front three. It'll be 4-3-2-1-ish. And why I say that is that I believe Tuchel will use Lukaku to lure whoever dares to try and mark him, and the other two will float behind him and do their damage that way. Now, who will that other two be? I reckon Mount has to be one of them because of his energy and endeavour, which is what you'll need with a team like Liverpool that's full of energy and endeavour. And then the tricky bit comes, well, actually, let me say that again. Havertz, I will put as one of them because he is a goal scorer as well. And he has some very tricky, silky skills, which confuses you. You think he's not up to much, but he's up to a lot on that pitch. And then the tricky one for me is the person that can go out to the flanks a bit as well as come down the middle and as well as have endeavour. Now, Mount tends to be more that sort of person, but with the re-emergence of Ziyech, it becomes a trickier choice. Whichever one we choose out of Mount and Ziyech, which seems to be the position that both of them are vying for, is not a bad choice. I think Ziyech can do well in this game, especially as I'm beginning to notice Ziyech's defensive game is improving. However, because of who Mount is, I think it's likely he will start with Ziyech coming on a bit later. So my front three starting will be Lukaku, of course, Mount and Havertz. It might be a bit narrow, but Mount and Havertz can float a bit. And if we have the wingbacks of James and Chilwell, that might compensate for that. Although we've got to look out for Liverpool's counter-attack but James and Chilwell are no slouches, and they're going to have to be up and down those flanks a lot.
I agree. Phantom of many topics, thank you for your donation. I do agree for Werner this time. See no agenda. I know what he means because he was here on the last preview and he was anti-Werner on that stream. Phantom of many topics. Appreciate your support. Appreciate your donation. Listen, people, what is this? We've got 150 people in the stream and only 55 likes. Are you guys not enjoying my stream? If you're not enjoying my stream, I can understand that. I've got a comment here from Neil, a Liverpool fan. Neil GT UK. Listen, home advantage is going to play a big part. I agree, especially with the fans being back in the stadium. But you think you guys are going to score 2 goals against us without us scoring against you? I don't know, man. You know, you have a lot of faith. We'll find out some more.
I don't
Can he come in?
Go on, Julius.
I don't disagree with Neil. It's possible because
it's possible. Anything is possible. But do you think it's going to happen?
Of course, you cannot guarantee that it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised because when I actually watched the Arsenal game twice, and then I ended up watching Thomas Tuchel's press conference. And when I watched the Arsenal game the second time, I noticed that Arsenal was so crap that if they wanted to score, they should have and they could have. And if you notice, Tuchel after the game, they asked him, "What do you think about the game?" And I loved it when he said it. He's like, we did okay, but there is a lot of improvement. There was areas I wasn't too happy about.
Yeah.
And that I was like, wow, that's exactly how I felt when I watched the game a second time. And
Younes, you didn't come up just up the post game stream that we had. I said that game could have ended up easily 2-2, and nobody believed me.
No. We believed you. It's just that you were putting all the blame on Lukaku.
No. I didn't believe him.
No. I do agree that in a sense we were easier to penetrate, but it was also because Kante wasn't playing in that game. I feel. I don't think it was all down.
We're talking about that game.
Time out for 1 second. J Mojo, we'll be talking about this just as soon as we finish with the preview. We will be talking about the transfer window. But I don't think it's going to happen. But I mean, we'd like him to flop, but I don't think he's going to flop. He scored more goals than Lukaku did in the Serie A last season. He's a good player. We got to put respect on Ronaldo and what he has done for football. For me, I'm happy to see him back in the Premier League. I think having him back in this league is only going to make the league better. Do I want to see him succeed? No. Do I want to see the Man United succeed? No. But I think it's good to have Ronaldo in the Premier League again. And we will talk about this in more details in due course. Thank you for your donation, by the way. Thank you.
Mo, can I come back on this Liverpool home thing?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
I keep hearing this, especially from Liverpool fans. And there was an Arsenal fan in another stream I was on who was, crikey, this guy was worse than Boogeyman, honestly. He was, oh my God. I nearly started wanting to support Arsenal just to help them out with this geezer. But, he was going on about Liverpool's home advantage. And, I don't buy that. Chelsea's a funny team. Chelsea's away fans are more vocal than their home fans. They have the best away support, I believe, in the Premier League. Chelsea as a team tend to always perform better away than at home. Their greatest victories have been away from home. The teams that fear them the most fear them at home. And I'll put Man United in that bracket. And I think it's a myth that Chelsea don't do well at Anfield. We've turned them over several times at Anfield, especially in recent times. I just think if they're coming this home advantage, we never walk alone, it just winds up the Chelsea team the more. And they will perform, especially if they're capable of performing. There's just something about being away that Chelsea are not negative about. So if I were Liverpool, I wouldn't hedge too many bets on their away fans. And I'm going to stick my neck out. If that's what they think is going to give them this game, they're going to lose.
Yeah,
Their fans aren't going to give them this game.
But it's going to have an impact, Bobby. You got to admit that.
What do you know? What I'm scared of in this game?
Go on.
Anthony Taylor. That's what I'm scared of. I'm telling you. That is the only thing that I'm intrigued about how we
has he had a hair transplant, or is he still bald? Because if he's still bald, we've got problems, man.
I don't know. That geezer's on. Please forgive me for saying this, but I think he's on the take, and I don't know what. No. But he doesn't like Chelsea.
We're not gonna go there, man. I think he makes mistakes, and some of the mistakes that he makes are like obvious mistakes. I mean, you don't need VAR, you don't need nothing. You know, you can just use your eyes and open them and look. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Boogeyman, I'll come back to you. Julius, your top three.
I've been thinking about it for a while, man. I don't know, it's tough, but I'm gonna agree with this top three that it is right now: Mount, Havertz, and Lukaku. But I don't know about the formation.
Okay. Actually, what would you change?
Actually, what I would change is not the formation. It's actually I would just probably play Havertz and Mount in a narrower position. So it's the same thing, but just a little bit more narrow. So because this is 4-3-3, basically if you put it 4-3, this is a 3-4-3, but if you put it 3-4-2-1.
This is 4-3-2-1 on FIFA. If you look on the screen, it's 4-2-3-1. But it just the way it puts it on the screen, it looks like a 4-3-3. A 3-4-3.
Yeah, they're the same. Yeah. Basically, they're both the same formation. The only difference, I think, is that 3-4-2-1 is a narrower formation.
So more traditional 10s rather than wingers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the reason I want to do that is to protect the midfield from being overloaded, because they're gonna try to overwhelm our midfield.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way that if we do have these three up front, I think the way that it's going to line up, it's going to be Mount closer to the center, further back, with Havertz just ahead of him, with Lukaku ahead of him. So Havertz more of a false 9, Mount more of a traditional 10, and Lukaku just the regular 9. I think that's how it might pan out. Let's go to Sam. Sam, welcome to the stream, my man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Welcome. I'm doing good. Man. I'm doing good, Sammy. Sam, tell me about the top three, your front three players. How would you have them?
Yeah, I would have it like this, and I actually disagree. I think Mount is very creative. Some people think he's not that creative. I think he could have easily had 2 assists in that game if Bert Leonard didn't save that.
Sam, just on that, I mentioned that I think Havertz and Ziyech are more creative. I don't think Mount is not creative. I just think that these two have more.
I could even argue that. Okay, maybe they're more technical, but I do think Mount gets in good spaces. The ball to Reece James, he has a good cross on him, and if you even look at stats in the Chelsea team, he's the most dangerous. He's the one that actually creates the most danger. So I do think that on that part he's a little bit underrated. But for the formation, there is no way Chilwell is starting this game. I can't believe Chilwell is here. This guy hasn't played one competitive game, and he's going to start against Liverpool.
But is it more risky?
Alonso,
obviously.
Would you have Alonso to face Mo Salah?
Yes, because Chilwell, match fitness is really important. It's extremely important. I think if Tuchel puts Chilwell in a game like this, Chilwell needs to start Carabao Cup. That's where he should start.
If he's fit.
Wow.
If he's not
fit. Chilwell hasn't. There's a reason he's not even in the England squad. The England manager said the last game Chilwell played was the Champions League final.
No, but Chilwell also had to do. He had to be self-isolate. He had to self-isolate.
Yes, but that doesn't change the fact that he hasn't played a competitive game since the Champions League final.
Well, Ryan Bertrand didn't play a game for half a season. He didn't even play for the reserves, and he played the
Is that the
Champions
logic
League
we're
final
using now?
at the Allianz.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Is it logical to put Alonso against Salah?
Yes, I do. Because Alonso has actually played against Liverpool and he did perform. And you have Rudiger next to him who actually has that pace to help him out. That's the whole point of playing this three at the back. But if you like, I don't personally get it. I know you want Chilwell because it's fast, but Chilwell is not match fit. This role, you expect your player to be able to go up and down. Match fitness is important. It's not about bursts. It's not about bursts of pace. It's actually being able to do it multiple times, which Chilwell hasn't been able to do because he hasn't played any game. No preseason, nothing. So, but I
mean, to be fair, that's not an invalid point. You know, it's
because you guys are looking at it at burst of pace. I know Chilwell is faster than him, but match fitness is important as a wing back because you need to go up, down, up, down. Alonso has played a lot of games. He was in the preseason from day one. If it's about match fitness, Chilwell doesn't come close to him.
So, Mo, that's 4-3 then. If Sam come on now, so it was 4-2 before, so now 4-3. It's still Chilwell stay there. So next.
Crikey, Mo Salah's
listen. He missed that part, man. His vote doesn't matter now. You know, if he was here earlier, Sam, if you want to have a vote that matters, you gotta be here earlier, man. So
no. See, it's not about vote that matters. We're all talking about opinions.
No,
here, so
Sam, I'm joking with you. Boogeyman was pushing for Alonso, and now you've come in and you've backed him. He's like, yeah, we gotta change it.
No, I'm not even saying to change it. It's just about the whole like. If you look at the formation, I do feel that Chilwell even like.
Listen.
This is the formation we played.
Either one. Yeah, either one can start. Either one can start tomorrow, and you can make a case for either one. End of the day, it's who Tuchel wants to see, and who Tuchel thinks is going to do the job. We all know things. We've all seen things, but the only person who knows exactly what's going on is Tuchel, and he's going to make that decision.
Exactly.
Kasim, your top three. Tell me.
Right, I've got 2 points really, guys. My top 3 tomorrow, I think is gonna drop Havertz tomorrow, and it's gonna start with Werner. A matter of fact, because the sharpness of Van Dijk, obviously he's still very wary about his knee injury, and because Mata, he's not the fastest, and he's wanted that Werner behind. He goes behind. I've got a feeling tomorrow Lukaku obviously gonna start. I think Mount is gonna start. He really likes Mount. And I think tomorrow he's going to drop Havertz for Werner. And
Kasim, so in that case, you're going for, what is it? You're going for this formation then, aren't you? And then you're going to have Lukaku on this side, and then you're going to have...
I think Werner's going to be in the left. Yeah, Werner's going to be in the left. Yeah, and that is my personal opinion. Point number 2, I disagree with sorry, I forgot his name. It's not about sharp fitness, how much he's been playing, because if you remember, when Tuchel come to the club, Alonso and Jorginho didn't play under Lampard, and he straight away get them in, and they played very well. And Alonso scored that fantastic goal when he chased the ball and he scored the volley. So these people train day in and day out. He knows. I think he's gonna put Chilwell tomorrow, because he defends very well, and it's all about Mo Salah, because he knows Mo Salah will go behind Alonso.
Good point. Very good point.
Yeah, I think that's why I know Chilwell didn't play for a long time. I know that, but I think tomorrow he's gonna come in because Mo Salah, and tomorrow my personal opinion is gonna drop Havertz for Werner, just to get behind Mata and Van Dijk.
Yeah, no, Kasim, you make some good points there. You see, the thing is this: Alonso doesn't track back, and he likes to go up that pitch. And Mo Salah is dangerous, and he's been on form. So it's a matter of do we risk Alonso? I don't know, because Alonso also provides us with a threat up front. Mo CFC Talk. How you doing, my man? Welcome to the stream. I've got you on mute, Mo.
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're good. How you doing, Mo?
We could always play Aspi left.
Bobby, give me a second, Bobby. Bobby, give me a second. How you doing, Mo?
I'm good. How about you guys? How have you guys been? It's been a long time since I've been here.
Listen, Mo, Bobby wasn't cutting you off, but Bobby can't see you because you're at the bottom of the screen. And he's heard a voice, but he doesn't know it was you talking. So, yeah, no.
No issues.
It's good to have you on. Mo, we're about to go from the preview into the transfer talk. So I'll have you jumping into that. We're about to conclude the selection, the team selection. Listen, lads, this is a selection that could be as is. We could see changes. Me personally, I have a feeling that we're going to see Ziyech starting tomorrow. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there. I have a feeling Ziyech is going to start tomorrow. And I know I have a bias, but it's just the way it is. It's going to be a fantastic game. It's going to be a game that has a lot riding on it. And one thing that I have noticed is I've got a lot of fans in my chat from Liverpool. And for you, I want to say thank you for joining my stream. And I've got a couple of dislikes, and I'm going to say it's you guys, but it is what it is. The guys who are in the stream that are Chelsea fans, if you want to see us win tomorrow, you got to get them likes up. Let's reach 100 likes. We've got just under 200 people watching the stream, and we've only got 70 likes. That is disappointing. Come on, lads. Support your fellow Chelsea content creator. And let's move forward. Listen, I want to talk a little bit about this transfer window. We'll leave Zuma and Koundé aside for a bit. Saul is not coming to Chelsea. Rumors are as follows. Chelsea pulled out of the deal as soon as Monaco did not qualify for the Champions League. So Chelsea apparently are going to be making a bid for Tchouameni. We don't know. I don't know. Rumors are saying Saul did not have the desire to go to Chelsea. Find it hard to believe, but apparently that is also a rumor. So where we are in regards to that, I don't know. Okay, but that's where we are. Zuma. Zuma's on my mind. Saul is not coming to Chelsea. We are not linked with the DM with just under 3 days to go. We need to get that DM sorted out. Kurt Zouma today has been a roller coaster of a ride when it comes to Kurt Zouma. 1 minute he's being sold, the next minute he's not being sold. 1 minute he's having personal issues and he's gone to France. The next minute he's gone to France to do a medical, even though he's going to West Ham. He's going to France to do the medical. Then it's contradicting stories, but we now know the medical has been concluded for Kurt Zouma. There was stories that said that Zuma did not pass the medical. Can you believe it? The man is match fit and he did not pass the medical. So there's a lot of different rumors that have been going around. But apparently Kurt Zouma has passed the medical. Personal terms have been agreed and he is going to move to West Ham.
West Ham, yeah.
Now, the flip side. Koundé is pushing hard to come to Chelsea. Koundé wants this move to happen.
Yeah.
And apparently, Sevilla are pushing hard to get Chelsea to pay his release clause, which is 80 million euros. Now, I think there has been some reports on this. I'm just going to double check because I think there might be some reports.
I don't think he trained today or played today. He refused to.
No, yeah, but that was by choice. It wasn't that it wasn't the club's decision. They allowed him not to do that because he requested that. I'm just checking. Okay, this is the last the last bit of information that we have from Matt Law 8 minutes ago. I'm going to share it with you guys. Give me a second. Share screen. Okay, so no, that was Liverpool. Sorry, my bad. Okay, here we go. 10 minutes ago, Chelsea are attempting to conclude a deal for Jules Koundé, who flew to Paris instead of traveling with Sevilla squad on Friday. And negotiations are continuing over midfield Saul Niguez. Okay, Matt Law is saying that the deal with Saul Niguez is still happening. There's still hope. This is 10 minutes ago, and this is Matt Law. So people, Matt Law is as close as you're going to get to an official announcement. Matt Law, when it comes to Chelsea Football Club, he knows his business. And he's saying that there is still negotiations going on for Saul. The Koundé situation is ongoing. Now, we have talked about this transfer window a lot on this channel. Guys, can you all make sure you have your mics on mute? Only have your mic open when you're talking, please. We've talked about this transfer window a lot on my channel. Chelsea have been talking about Koundé for the best part of a month. Saul is something more recent over the past couple of weeks. But it looks like these two deals are going to be finalized just before the window shuts. From experience, what Chelsea do when it comes to negotiation and deals close to the end of a transfer window normally doesn't go quite well. We end up paying too much and we end up regretting it within a very short period of time. I want to have a debate tonight about the transfer window. The transfer window isn't concluded yet. There's still hope. There's still a chance we can turn it around. But my question to you guys, and this is going to be an open debate. I'm not going to cut you off. Just make sure you don't cut anybody else off. This is an open debate for all of you. Has Chelsea had a successful window? And this window, we've bought two players. People seem to forget that we bought a goalkeeper, a third choice goalkeeper, Marcus Bentinelli. But we bought Marcus Bentinelli, and we also bought Romelu Lukaku. We've sold a ton of players, so we've had a good window when it comes to sales. But we've only got these two players in. Manchester United, Sancho, Varane, Cristiano Ronaldo. Man City, Jack Grealish. Arsenal, I'm not going to talk about Arsenal. You guys have been talking about Arsenal. Everybody's talking about Arsenal because they've made themselves
a joke.
Type of stock. A joke. So, lads, tell me, has Chelsea had a successful transfer window?
No, not yet.
Are we going to sign these two lads? What you guys think? What you guys feel? It's open. In the chat also, let me know. Go on, take it away.
We haven't had a successful transfer season until we bring in a defender. We sold Kurzuma. If we can't bring in a defender after that, it'd be ridiculous. We need to bring in Koundé. Once we bring in Koundé, and I think if we get Saul, then we'll be successful. But until then, I don't believe it's successful.
I completely average. Yeah, I completely. It's not average for me. It's very good because we addressed the main concern. We had, as far as I'm concerned, we have our main targets. So, you don't expect every window to be successful in terms of getting every single target you want. But the fact that we got the main one, the most important one, I think it's still successful.
For me, Saul is not something I'm too keen on. I'm very reluctant to say yes or no. I'm just watching from the side. I don't know what to judge when it comes to that player. But when it comes to Koundé, look, I am a fan of Koundé. He's a very good defender. But if people want to tell me Declan Rice is, we shouldn't pay more than 50, 60 million for Declan Rice, but then they're okay paying 80 million euros for Koundé, that's absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. So I don't know, like, even if we get Koundé and let's say we get Saul, for me, that's a bang average transfer window in terms of in. In terms of out, it's a 10 out of 10, almost. Like, we've done so well selling Deadwood, and we've generated good money. But my opinion, the defender that we should have went for was Varane. We should have went for Varane, honestly. I don't know why we didn't go for him. He's an experienced player, leader. He's won multiple Champions Leagues. Cheap.
And he's cheaper than Koundé.
And cheaper than Koundé. And Koundé, you can always get him. It's not like we won't be able to get him. The other thing I want to mention is I wanted Donnarumma, personally. When I look at... And people make fun of PSG a lot and kind of, they're not going to win the Champions League. Put that aside. In my opinion, what PSG did this transfer window is unbelievable. They got one of the best players ever in Ramos, one of the best defenders in our generation. They got Donnarumma. In my opinion, he's the best young goalkeeper in the world right now. They have got Wijnaldum, great player, lots of experience. Messi, people. For me, he's obviously the best player in our generation as well. For some people, he's the best player of all time. So all of these guys didn't even cost them, I think, 100 mil altogether. So and their wages, I was shocked when I looked at PSG's wages. Not that high. Messi is getting paid half of what he was getting at Barcelona. Donnarumma is about 170,000 a week. Ramos is about that as well. So it's not like they're paying them high wages. I don't understand why we didn't go for Varane, personally. When I look at Man United, Varane, Sancho, and Cristiano Ronaldo, they got the Varane deal pretty fast, to be honest. And the Cristiano Ronaldo, they got it done in 24 hours. That's how you do it. We've been negotiating for Koundé for the past 2 months now. It hasn't been only a month. And we can't even get that deal done. This is typical Chelsea. And I've been saying this since day one. People get too excited just because last transfer window, when nobody was even able to purchase anything, and we were lucky that we were transfer banned, and it turned out to be a good thing. Whenever we have competition in a transfer window, we never do well. If Lukaku had other teams going for him seriously, we wouldn't have even be able to get him that easily, unless he wanted to come to us.
No, I think Lukaku to Chelsea was always going to happen if we
because he wanted
if we
to
came
come
in seriously. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying if he wasn't a Chelsea fan himself, it wouldn't have been that easy. That's my point. So I'm not gonna buy into masterclass. We are the best at transfer. It's nonsense. And look, time will tell. Time will prove that Chelsea is not that good in transfer windows.
Julius, I just wanted to say quickly.
Eric, I'll bring you in, but I'm going to give Mo a chance because it was Julius and Mo trying to get in, and Julius forced his way in. So we'll give Mo a chance, and we'll come to you, Eric. Go on, Mo.
I mean, this transfer window for me is still successful. I think it's 10 for me as well. I think Lukaku was the main target. We needed a striker. We've got a flat-out number 9 who can score goals, and that's what we needed. Yes, we needed a defender, but at the same time, we're overpaying a lot for Koundé. I think 80 million just seems a lot. I think there were some rumors about him maybe going out for 50 million. Marina having a chat with Atletico and reducing it to 50. It's just weird to me. Whereas we've just sold someone like Tomori for 28 million, and we've got someone like Chalobah already in the team who can break into the first team, who has put in performances to break into that first team. With Koundé, my question is, does he walk into the first 11? He does not at the moment. I think we've got Aspi, who's been playing really well, and we've got Christensen, who's been playing really well, and Rudiger as well at the same time. So you've got players who can play really well. Yes, Zuma does struggle in a back three, which is why we are selling him. And if the Zuma deal happens, yes, we do need an extra defender. Yes, we do need someone like Koundé. But at the same time, 80 million just seems like a lot of money for Koundé. And
carry on more.
I was just So at the end, I think it's a great transfer window, and I think we will get Koundé at the end. And of course, Marina's done a great job with letting as Zappacosta go for 8 million. We've sold Tammy Abraham as well, so we've made a profit even after buying Lukaku. I don't know the exact figure, but it's being reported around the same sums of about 10-15 million pounds. And we did do a big spending spree of last year, so we can't expect Chelsea to go out and do another 200 million pounds spending again and again. We got the player that we wanted, we got the player that was needed, and that's job done from Chelsea's perspective. And now we're just trying to strengthen in other areas which we could go without this season, but if we do get them, that's not going to be an issue for us.
Mo, after your permission.
Sorry, what?
After I want to get your permission. I want to reply to Mo.
Is it going to be quick? Because I've got Eric waiting. Is it going to be quick?
Yeah, just quick. What we did this year, what we did this summer, is we fixed the crap that we've done in the previous transfer window.
Exactly. I'm coming on, man. But go on, please. Please.
You're coming on after Kasim. Because I've got Eric, then I've got Kasim, then I've got you.
I love you, man. You just say it as it is, honestly.
Big up to Julius. He's been away for a while. He's had to come back with a couple of bombs, man.
Werner hasn't been a terrible mistake from Chelsea. I just want to add that in. If you're
No, you mentioned about
no. That's not what he's implying. He's implying about the other transfer windows that we were building up all this dead wood. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing that's what you're implying, Julius, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, Eric Blue, Kasim, then Bobby.
Yeah, I just wanted to reply to some things that Julius was saying. United, I'm not concerned about United. Maybe if they had a better manager, if they had Klopp in there, then that Klopp can do a lot with the players that they just signed. So I'm not too worried about United. I just have to be honest. PSG, yes, fantastic window on paper. Fantastic because of there are specific players like Donnarumma who no matter who is in there, you can't deny that it's a fantastic signing. But for other players, I'm not too sure how everything will gel. Someone like Ramos as well, for example. I don't think Ramos is as good as he used to be. I don't think he's on that level anymore. So time will tell whether that's a good signing or not. One or two others. But with Chelsea, you have to understand that there are many teams, there are many clubs that I'm not trying to give Chelsea an excuse, but at the end of the day, for example, I think somebody like Varane was interested in United. So why should Chelsea waste their time with someone like Varane when they know full well that Varane is looking at United? Varane and Sancho wanted to go to United. So we can't really be focusing our attention on these kind of players when we have other options who want to move to us. Like Koundé, for example, he wants to move to Chelsea. So other clubs won't waste their time because they know that Chelsea is his destination. So we have to take those kind of things into consideration with transfers and when a club is trying to get a player. So for me, I think that it's easy to just say that we didn't get this player, we didn't get that player, but we have to trust certain things.
We took Willian from Tottenham. When I can give you a lot of examples where the player was supposed to go this, and you just have to know exactly more about the player to shine something in front of him and take it away. So all the things, Varane, if we want it, we will get it. We just don't want him. That's all it is. Or we didn't really invest in it.
Boogeyman, I'll bring you on to respond to Eric after Bobby. We're having a queue system here. Whenever I have more than 6 people, lads, it's hard to control the debate when you have more than 6 people, because you're going to get people who will not get a chance to speak. So I'll let Eric finish, and then we'll go to Kasim, and then we'll go to Bobby, and then we'll go to Boogeyman.
Yeah, just to respond to what Boogeyman said there. I don't know if Willian would have, if Chelsea were initially trying to get Willian, if there was like a bidding war, for example, would Willian ever have gotten as far as he did with Spurs? Difficult to say. I don't think that would have happened. Maybe a more valid one is the Mikel one, maybe Mikel to Chelsea instead of United. But these things are not too common as far as I'm aware. And what I'm saying is definitely correct. Like, there are players who just have preferred options, and if you try and go after these players, you're wasting your time because they won't pick a different club. That's just a fact. That happens. So you can't overlook it. Yes, maybe Chelsea could have done more to get Sancho, but maybe Tuchel didn't think it was that pressing to do it. So that's the way I see it.
All right. Fair enough. Kasim?
Can you hear me now, guys? Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Right. Regarding the transfer window, right, is successful or not? In my opinion, it's very successful transfer window. I tell you what, because Chelsea come out with a philosophy is to find the main target man, which is Lukaku, who got the ball behind, back of the net. And what we had, obviously Sonnegas, and we got too many for Monaco. And that's, I think, Chelsea the main target. They want to get this lad because he's highly regarded. He's very, very talented lad. Regarding Jose Conde, the reason Chelsea going for him because Rudiger has got a 1 year in his contract, and they 100% he will sign the contract because he's demanding a lot of money. That's why they're going for Conde. So now, that's why I think Chelsea had a fantastic transfer window. They did. Getting Lukaku, and I think they're going to get Jose Conde because they're not sure about Rudiger. I'm pretty sure Rudiger going to sign a contract, but they signed for the future, which is Jose Conde. He probably more in with the glasses. He's probably right. He's not going to get straight away to the team. That's not the main objective. I think they come into the squad player, and they just going to bring them in. But I think Chelsea had a fantastic transfer window, and I think Sonnegas, right, because he's obviously a loan and option to buy. I think if he didn't, he's a good player. I think he's a very, very good player. But I think Chelsea gonna go out and they're gonna get that Monaco lad. Too many.
Too many.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what? I was actually more keen on Sonnegas coming in than too many. And we talked about that in the last stream yesterday. But to be honest, I think we have to address it either way. We need to get a midfielder in because 3 will not be enough for us to achieve the success that we want to achieve.
Yes.
Three midfielders. We can play this season. With Loftus-Cheek in the pipeline. We got Ampadu. I think he's still here. Or has Ampadu been? Not sure about Ampadu.
Yeah.
We have options, but these options they're not going to give us the success that we want because we want to be competing, we want to be challenging. If I'm going to bring in Loftus-Cheek to fill in that role, then I'm not going to have somebody who is 100% in that role. I'm going to have somebody who is temporary. So moving forward, we do need to fill that role if we want to have the success that we want to have this season.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Loftus-Cheek is more attacking, and they need to address the defensive side of it. That's why they're gonna go for too many to cover Kante because he's occasionally injured, and they're gonna go for that Seville lad because Rodriguez's contract. He's got 1 year. He's in contract. So Chelsea basically they try to cover their back. That's what they're doing. They got the main target, which is Lukaku.
Yeah, but Kasim, I don't have a problem with us getting these players. I'm saying we have to get them. We have to actually, push that deal over the line because we're getting close to the end of the window.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring in Bobby. Bobby, you are, huffing and puffing and bringing out all the flags and banners to support Julius. So tell me what you say, man. Tell me what you say, man.
Julius is my man. I support a lot of what he was saying. The only thing is, I believe that Donnarumma and the Varane issue is somewhat subjective and open to quite a bit of argument. And I don't think it's really worth our while. The horse has bolted, and we move on. However,
but that being said, Bobby, it is a yardstick to gauge how successful our window has been, because we are looking at Paris Saint-Germain, we are looking at the other teams. So from that perspective, I think it's a valid, very, very, very valid point.
It is a valid point. As I said, Julius is my man, but in a way, what's done is done. But as I was saying, however, when it comes to how successful the transfer market is, I always get amused, for want of a better word, when I see these Chelsea fans breakdancing. Oh, Marina's bought this person at such and such a price, and they're swirling and jigging and somersaulting. And cool down. She's in one of the biggest clubs in the world, supported by goodness knows the people that you don't even know. Whatever we do as far as buying and selling at the top end of the football market is normal. Real Madrid don't go about breakdancing when they drop 175 million euros for one player. This is just normal business. We have to do business every season. We have to improve our team every season. And the Chelsea team needed improving. After missing out on one transfer market, we needed 2, maybe even 3, it looks like now, to be able to really get to where we want to as far as the team's concerned. And, this issue of selling players, we're now all, in raptures about the players we've sold. And, there's such a thing as panic sales, just as there is panic buys. We've done quite a bit of panic selling because of the bad buys we did in the past.
I'm gonna name 2. Tell me if you agree or not. Tomori and Zuma.
Exactly. Zuma hurts me because I like Zuma. I think the poor lad is over in France, traumatized that the club he loves is just trying to kick him out. Personally, I know he's not the best player in the world, but sometimes in a team, you need that sort of solid, steady Eddie that's good in the dressing room, physically strong and capable to do a job in the back. Having said that, I understand the need. If this Koundé guy is a guy to rip up trees, and I think his physicality is suspect for the Premier League, but well, that's left to be seen. Everybody seems to think he's so good. Then fine, what's done is done. But the raptures as to whether we've done this fantastic transfer market, I don't think we have at all. We've done some good things, but we've done some bad things, and we've done some pretty average things. So it's a pretty average market at the moment. I think, Chelsea never announced players before big games. I keep telling people that. Before the Sevilla game, we were talking about Lukaku. I said, look, no way. He's not going to be announced until after the game. And whatever deals we've done, which may have been done already, I don't know, won't be announced until after the Liverpool game. Well, there's not much time after that anyway, but that's how it's going to go. I think we probably will get 1 or 2 extra, but I won't be breakdancing about it because it's not unusual. I think we've just about... If we get a CDM and get this Koundé guy, then we would have just crossed over the line for what we're expected to do this transfer market. There's still a whole bunch of players we haven't got rid of anyway, which we should have got rid of, which shows the legacy of bad buys that has followed us to this point. That we can sell people like Tomori for 25 million, and you watch people like Ben White going for 50. Wow. Something ain't right there.
Obvious. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, Bobby. Totally agree. Listen, people, can we push to 100 likes? I mean, come on, I've been asking for a couple of hours now. 90 likes, 4 dislikes. I'm pretty sure there's 100 people watching the stream out of the 160 that want to hit that like button. So 10 more likes, guys. 10 more likes. Boogeyman, tell me what are you feeling, man? Because I know you got some strong opinions about this.
The fact that we tend to let a player go on the cheap is because of their wages. Zuma is on the high wages, so not a lot of clubs are really interested to buy him, and it's simple as that. So when
Sorry,
it comes to
Boogeyman. Sorry,
yeah,
please. I have to say this. Zuma's on 50 grand a week at Chelsea, and he wants
now
like 110, 120 at West Ham. He wants to double what he is at Chelsea.
no,
I
I
think the
think
Zuma one is he doesn't want to play on the bench too. Like you have to consider that too. He's not a starter in this team,
True.
and if
in
Kunde comes,
at Chelsea.
yeah, in Chelsea he's not a starter, and if Kunde
Yeah,
comes
Zuma
in
is a team player. He doesn't. He want to stay at Chelsea. He knows he's not gonna be playing all
without
the games. So
playing,
I don't know why.
really,
What's up?
I don't think so though. I think he wants to play games, and at West Ham he has a bigger chance of playing.
He's
No,
second.
no, you got that completely wrong.
He's second choice.
Zuma is a team player, and he would like to play once in a while. And the other thing is, if you look at last season, when I think it was Thiago Silva injured and Christensen was not available or something like that, he played against Atletico, and he was happy to do so. So he's always happy, and I've never heard Zuma complain and say, "Okay,
Well, you won't
now
hear
time for
Zuma
me to move on."
complain because you guys are not friends. Like, is he gonna complain to the media? So at the end, like, if you look at players, what you just said is a prime example. As a player, if two people have to get injured for you to get a chance in that team, that means you're surplus to requirement, and
Now,
that's wrong.
the reason why I put Zuma in that position is the fact that against Atletico, he was pretty much in the center, which a lot of people tend to think he's not that good at controlling the defense. So, and he did
But
it
that
pretty
was
good. Like
because
people,
but that's just because Christiansen and Thiago Silva were injured. Like if
know
and
Thiago Silva was injured, but Christensen was available, but not match fit. I think that was the case because Christensen
yeah,
came
but
on that game. So at the end of the day, it's not my point. My point is Zuma is a team player, and I don't think he's willing to move on that way. If he was, he would be the first one transfer out of the team because we're trying to move on people, and he was still there till the last day of the transfer. And I would like to come back to the fact that I think this window as it is a success, and I'm not willing or I'm not happy to see any other deal happening between now and the end of the window because, as we all know, Drinkwater and the guy from Everton, our number eight, Ross Barkley, Fernando Torres, you can name them. Everything, all those players that we bought last minute have some issue. And when it comes to Raul Miguel, any deal that is getting complicated, just snub it. Move on. Chelsea, we won the Champions League last season, and we know what we're lacking. Is someone to put the ball in the back of the net. We have it in Lukaku, and I just don't want this team to be disturbed. And so up till now, we still have the team. And for me, I think Zuma belongs to this team for the next campaign. So, but if Zuma is sold, then we trying to bring someone in. If that person doesn't come, I think we have enough defender to cope with the season. I think the transfer window was just success. I would say, yeah, but I think Chelsea has done what it can do at this point. And comparing Chelsea with Paris Saint-Germain is just nonsense at this point for me, anyways. The reason is simple. Paris Saint-Germain didn't win the Champions League last season. Chelsea won it. Compare Chelsea with Real Madrid. Yeah, but Real Madrid has won more, but they didn't win the last. We beat them clearly. And for some, it just seemed like Chelsea is doing something
Paris
good.
Saint-Germain quarter-finalists and finalists. I mean, Paris Saint-Germain is a big team. It's a big team. So we compare ourselves with big teams. Boogeyman, listen.
Yeah.
I don't agree or disagree. I don't agree or disagree because it's a subjective issue. You can make a case for either. The issue that I have,
I still think,
the issue.
sorry.
Sorry, but I'm just going to comment on this, and then I'll let you respond. The issue I have is this: if Chelsea did not want to sign a midfielder, if Chelsea did not want to sign a defender, and we didn't, I'd be happy with that. If Chelsea, the target was to get a backup goalkeeper and to get a striker in this window, and that was it, and we've done that, perfect, 100%, 10 out of 10. for incomings, 10 out of 10 for outgoings. But the fact that we are still looking to get a midfielder and a defender, and we haven't done it up until now, that is what is worrying for me. I'll let you come back, Boogeyman. Then we'll go to Mo because I think Mo wants to jump in as well. So Boogeyman, carry on.
Yeah, the question was put to Tuchel today, and he said, "I'm happy with the team I have." Don't get that wrong. I'm really, really happy, but there's some negotiation going on, and it's not that the person that is negotiating or we're negotiating with is going to change too much out of the team, because I'm really happy. It's just we're trying to look for options and all those things. So I trust Tuchel when he says stuff like that, and I think we have the team for this campaign, for all the games we will be facing this season, and we're ready to go. And for me, enough with all those Nigel and Jules Koundé, Chouameni. I just don't want any of those people, to be honest with you. That's how I see it.
We've hit 100 likes. We're on 105 likes. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to all of you who have hit the like on the stream. We finally beat the 100 like milestone on a stream. We always get close to it. Always like 95, 96, 97. The other night it was 99. I was thinking, come on, man, just one more like. Can't you guys do it? But it is what it is. Thank you all for hitting the like button. We've got 105 likes. It'd be nice to get to 200 by the time the stream is over. Mo, I see you raising your hand, man. What would you want to add?
Can I go?
I just want to add.
Yeah, Sam, you can. You will.
Okay.
Yeah, Sam after Mo. Go on.
I just want to add on to the Zuma situation and say we've got 5 defenders at the moment, or 5 center backs to be precise, right? And covering up 3 positions. So Zuma technically becomes first or second choice. You know, you do not expect Chalobah to play week in, week out, and you do not expect Thiago Silva or Azpi to play all the 70 games this season. So for sure, Zuma would have had his chance if he would have stayed at Chelsea. So it's not a matter of whether he's not able to get game time or not. And the reason this move feels more inclined by Chelsea than Zuma himself is the reports suggesting how Chelsea are selling Zuma, not Zuma wanting to leave or Zuma's agent saying something like that, which makes me believe that this is a move by Chelsea, right? In terms of the comment that was said a few minutes ago about PSG and the way they move so swiftly in the transfer window, 2 of their main transfers, Ramos and Messi, are not long-term transfers. Those are not transfers which are going to last them for the next 5 years, 6 years. They're going to have to look and get them out as soon as they can, right? They're not going to be paying the wage that Messi gets and have him sit on the bench week out as if it's normal. Chelsea did not go after those type of players because we're already stuck in that position. We know we've got 11 options to pick from in a front 3 because we play a back 5. So we cannot add Messi to that and tell Tuchel, you know what, we just bought Messi because he's available. And I'm just using Messi as an example because of the accusation thrown around how swiftly PSG moved around this transfer market. I think Chelsea wanted Lukaku. They set their eyes on Lukaku, and there might not have been competition for Lukaku, but Inter didn't make it any easy for us. It's been going on for the last few months. It's not just a day or two, just like the Ronaldo deal, you know. And as far as Varane goes, we didn't need him at the time. No one knew Zuma was going to leave. Varane was stuck at. Varane knew that he wanted to go to Man United, and he was pretty certain over there as well. And Chelsea didn't want Varane here because we've already got someone like Thiago Silva, who will probably leave Chelsea at the end of the season. Azpi is on the point of his career where he will look to retire or leave as well. And then you've got someone like Rudiger, who does not seem like he wants to sign a new deal, but now that we won the Champions League, now that he is a regular starter and he's one of Tuchel's favorite players, he might be signing a new deal as well. So for me to say Chelsea struggle when there's competition in the transfer window, just is not the right thing to say. I think, in my opinion, because we've been swift with whoever we've won, and we've showed people that we can do what we want to do. It just depends at times on whether how important the player is, and how worth it is to fight for that player. Because at the end of the day, the player should also fight to join the club. Lukaku fought Inter Milan to join Chelsea, and that's how it works. You know, it's not just a one-way thing. You've got to have the player also show interest in the club. You can't be showing interest in a player and for the player to straight out say to the media that, no, I want to join this club. So at the end of the day, you know, Marina Granovkaia, she might have done a few mistakes in the past, and there might have been players that we shouldn't have bought. But at the end of the day, she runs Chelsea Football Club, and she has been running for the last 20 plus years, and she's run it incredibly well in terms of transfers.
Okay, Mo, I want to ask you a question. The transfer window closes, and Chelsea buy Koundé for his release clause for 80 million euros. Would you be happy with that?
It depends on Zouma. If Zouma's confirmed West Ham, then
Zuma's gone. Zuma's gone.
Okay.
Zuma's
well.
We'll say Zuma's gone. We'll say Zuma's gone.
I won't be 100% happy, but I will be happy in terms of, okay, we've got someone we can rely on, right? The only issue that I have at the moment is we've got Thiago Silva, who is incredibly experienced, but at the same time, Koundé and Chalobah both are very inexperienced, and that is the only reason that it concerns me. I don't think Thiago Silva can play week in, week out when required. If someone is injured, I'm saying, right? Koundé does offer some extra roles. Koundé has a lot of potential. So I will be happy at the end of the day with this transfer. And I'm not asking for Saul. Saul wasn't even mentioned a few weeks back. Chelsea didn't even know that we were going to get someone like Saul. In terms of a defensive midfielder, yes, I'm a bit sad that Gilmour is gone, but that's just Tuchel trying to tell him, look, I'm very constrained in midfield in terms of Mount having to start every game, Kante and Jorginho having to start every game. I don't want to waste someone like Gilmour's talent. Let him go out on loan. Next year he'll come back. He'll come out second. Yes, we've got Ampadu, but a defensive midfielder is something that Chelsea need at the moment. And sure, many could be that, but it just seems like there's no news about that right now.
Well, this is what's frustrating the hell out of me, because we could pay, and I think Julia said this, we could pay 80 million euros to bring in a defender, which we don't really need to do, and we could have had Declan Rice for just a little bit more than that money, because Declan Rice is what 80 million pounds. That's we can pay Declan Rice. But I the way I see it, Declan Rice coming into Chelsea for that money is more valuable, is more required, is more of a necessity than Koundé coming in.
That is 100% true.
So why?
Even Declan Rice can play back line.
He can. I am not a fan of Declan Rice at that price. I'll be honest with you. I want to see Declan Rice come to Chelsea for a lot cheaper, and I think we can do that next season. But if I'm going to spend that money,
why down his contract. That's why we're running down his contract. West Ham will be in a position to sell.
This is it. I don't want to see Chelsea spend that money today on Koundé when they can spend it on Declan Rice. And this, I want Koundé. I want Koundé to come in. I want Koundé to come in, but for the right price. Just like we wanted Declan Rice to come in for the right price. We can't be hypocrites. We can't say we want Declan Rice to come in for that price and Koundé. We're a little bit more flexible because the guy is French. The guy plays in the Spanish league. No, we gotta be a little bit more precise. Mo, I'll give you a chance to come back, and I'll go to Sam, and I'll go to Boogeyman. Go on, Mo.
So I mean, I get your point. I completely agree. And I think the first point I made when you asked me what I thought of this transfer window was Koundé is overpriced. It just doesn't seem like he's rightly priced. And that's what Marina's doing. Marina's trying to get it down to as much as she can. She's tried to do it to 50 million. It seems like it might work. It's still rumors just in the air. So we'll have to wait and see and get confirmation on that. But we can't really compare the Koundé deal to Declan Rice deal. And the way that works is because Koundé, firstly, is a defender. We're comparing two different positions. And the other reason is West Ham are rivals to Chelsea, and they are expected to charge a lot more. And I agree.
Then why don't we charge them a lot more? Why don't we charge them a lot more when we're selling them to Kurt Zouma? We should charge them a lot more.
We are trying to. I mean, we are trying to get as much out.
We're pushing him out of the door. Whatever West Ham is going to offer us, we're going to accept it and push him out of the door. That's not how we should be playing this. If we are prepared to overpay, then we should charge them overprice as well.
No, I mean, I'm sure Marina's trying to get as much as she can out of Zuma. And as far as I remember, Zuma was offered as a Zuma plus, I think, was 25 million or 30 million that was offered in terms to get Declan Rice as well. So she is trying her best to get Declan Rice into this team as much as she can. And I will get back to you because I'm just getting a call, which I need to take. So yeah.
Where am I down the queue, Mo?
You're after Boogeyman. But listen, the point I want to make is
this.
Yeah, no, I'll give you a chance. The thing is this, I am a big supporter of Marina Granovkaia. I think she's done a fantastic job, especially on sales, because it is not easy to get rid of so many players in one transfer window, and she's done a fantastic job in regards to that. But that doesn't mean that we have to accept everything she does to be perfect and to be flawless. All right, she's making, when she makes a mistake, we've got to say it. We've got to point it out. Just like we criticize our players, we've got to criticize our directors and our administrative staff as well when they are making mistakes. Marina Granovkaia made a mistake with Tomori. Marina Granovkaia made a mistake with Kurt Zouma. Okay, Marina Granovkaia did well, in my opinion, with Lukaku. Okay, she's not doing well when it comes to Koundé. She's not doing well when it comes to whoever is going to come in midfield. All right, because the closer we get to that transfer window, the more pressure we're putting on ourselves. I don't want to talk too much. I want to give Sammy a chance, Boogeyman, then Bobby. Sammy, what do you have to say, my man?
Yeah, so this transfer window, if I would give it I would say it's been really, really successful just because we're actually able to get the striker, which was Lukaku. And also, the fact is that if Mendy, I think it's a little bit disrespectful to think we need Donnarumma with the season Mendy just had, because I don't think Donnarumma wants to be a second choice goalkeeper. So, like, at the end, this team, as someone said, they won the Champions League. They're not a bad team. How much do we really need to spend for us to think, oh, it's an amazing season? Or how many players in the first team or in the first squad have to leave? So the thing is, the main thing I feel that is needed, I do feel we need another midfielder just because if one midfielder gets injured, that means you basically have to play with either Kovacic or Jorginho or Kante. So I do think it's good if Tuchel could have an option and not feel forced to just play those two. So that means having one more midfielder. So that's why I feel the Saul deal, I really think it was the best deal we could get right now because we get a player with his experience, Champions League pedigree, playing under a great manager who would come in and be on a loan and you don't even have to buy him. So I think that deal was a deal worth taking when you look at the risk and the reward.
Sammy, it may still happen.
Yeah. I saw the same article as you did. It's a reliable source, but the only thing is they're the only one who is pushing it out. The other sources like Fabrizio and Matt Law haven't said anything about that.
No, Matt Law has. Matt Law
I checked his Twitter. I didn't see it though, but
I showed it on the screen. Actually, no, it wasn't Matt Law. It was Simon Phillips reporting on Matt Law. Simon Phillips reporting on Matt Law. But whether this is recent, whether it's from earlier in the day, I can't confirm. But it does look like the Saul thing might still be on, and I agree with you. Saul coming in on a loan deal. It's better than us, pushing for someone else, and we discussed that in the stream we had yesterday. Sammy, are you done?
Yeah. Just on the Zuma and Koundé deal, I do think that Koundé too, it's a great deal because I feel he's a Tuchel signing. I do think that he matches the system Tuchel wants to play in the sense that he can play in the Azpilicueta role and also in the Reece James role. So I do think that's another reason. And with what Tuchel has done for this team, I feel he deserves to get his signings. The board needs to back him when he says he wants a player. So if Koundé is a player he wants, then I do, the board should get that player. And I don't think Zuma particularly is a player he's too fond of. And the thing with players, they see these things. So that's why I feel a little bit that Zuma is not that against leaving the club, especially because Zuma is 26. He still wants to play. He has ambition with playing for the French team. If you're a bench player with the quality of that French squad, you don't get in. You don't really get in. So yeah, the main thing from this is if we got the signings that Tuchel wanted, then for me it's a successful window, because with what he's done, he deserves the backing he wants.
Yeah, no, I agree. And like Boogeyman said, Tuchel in his press conference said, I am happy with the squad I currently have. So whatever we add is going to be a bonus. Boogeyman has conceded his position to Bobby. He is happy to go after you, Bobby. So Bobby, take it away, mate.
Yeah, I think you kind of summarized what I was going to say in that, we have a transfer window where, some people, I don't know where football's going, all this trying to put someone on a pedestal that, okay, they're doing well as part of the club, but, I don't want to see propaganda and politics in football, especially in my club. It irritates me. Yes, we have a director that works on transfers. Now, sometimes this person who actually works in a team does a good job. We say it. Sometimes there's an average job. We say it. Sometimes there's a bad job. We say it. We should not be afraid not to say when something isn't right in our club. And we're going in this direction that, I said earlier, I give it 15 years and football will be destroyed. We can't be doing this. Oh, Marina this, Marina that. You can't even say what she's done wrong. Why? Why? If something hasn't happened, it hasn't happened. The fact that she's a woman has got absolutely nothing to do with it. And it shouldn't have anything to do with all this hero worship. We're trying to put this person on a pedestal that's just doing football deals, for goodness sake. Maybe we'll get the two players we want, maybe not. If we do, great. But there's nothing special about it because we are a special club. We should be doing deals successfully, season in, season out. So Chelsea's a club that if they say they want someone, they should get that person. Just like Real Madrid, just like Man United used to, at least. Man City now. We shouldn't be a club that should be grateful because we've done a few deals in a season that we should be doing anyway. Come on, guys. I just don't get this at all. I don't get this. I'm not grateful for it at all. I'm happy she's got Lukaku. If she wants this defender, great. If she wants a midfielder, great. If she gets them, even better. If she doesn't, well, it's not so great because it looks like we wanted them, just like Mo said, and then we didn't get them, which isn't a good image for the club.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Boogeyman, let me hear it.
Listen, I don't think it's a problem if we criticize Marina. I don't see any, because Arsenal criticize Edu. You hear Manchester United fan being criticized the sporting director or whoever is in charge of their transfer policies. So I don't think I'm not sure. Maybe Bobby has a particular incident with someone criticizing him for criticizing Marina, but I think I don't mind that. I don't. But I think the problem for me come when it says, okay, we need to, when Chelsea want a player, Chelsea should get it. Now, it's Chelsea wanted Haaland, and we know what are the conditions. And on those conditions, no way I would like Chelsea, achieve my support to pay all those fees and go crazy about Haaland. And everybody that's follow me on this channel know how much
Manchester United wanted to sign.
Yeah, but they can do it. And the problem with being
PSG wanted Messi, they got Messi. Real Madrid want Mbappe, they're gonna get Mbappe. Manchester United wanted Cristiano Ronaldo, they're gonna get Cristiano. Listen, no, I understand, Boogeyman. I understand. You don't get a player you want,
Barcelona
but you do. But you do get to cover the position you want to cover, Boogeyman. If we want to get, see, the point I'm trying to make is this: if we do want to get a midfielder, we have to be able to get a midfielder. If we need a defender, we should be able to get a defender.
But
Why did we go for Achraf Hakimi? Because apparently we did go for Achraf Hakimi, and then we backed out. Or he was overwhelmed apparently. Okay, so we went for him. We were prepared to pay X amount of money. Then we backed out, or he backed out.
No, he chose to go PSG, I think.
We left that position totally. There was no other option after Achraf Hakimi. So was it the player or was it the position? Because I think to address our team, we got to address positions and then find the players that will fit in that position. Now, if we wanted the right wing back and we didn't get him, then why are we looking to get a centre back? And why are we looking to get a midfielder? And if we are looking to get these players, why haven't we got a player? Why are we waiting until the end of the transfer window to finally seal that deal? And going back to what I said at the start of the stream, I do not want to see Chelsea buy players lastminute.com, because that's when we mess up. That's when we get deadwood in the team. Sorry for cutting you off, man.
No problem. The issue with when Chelsea want this player, they should get it. Or when Chelsea want a midfield, they should get a midfield. I disagree with that sentence in the way that if Chelsea want Tchouaméni, for example, and we cannot get Tchouaméni, I don't want Chelsea to go buy Drinkwater. Both are midfielder. Chelsea should get Tchouaméni. If Tchouaméni we cannot get it, then we back off and we promote someone from our youth instead of getting a Deadwood. That's that has always been my principle. No Deadwood. Let's promote the kid academy, because we have a really strong and talented academy. So Barcelona, Real Madrid, the reason why they're crawling on a lot of debt today is because whoever they want to have, they already had it. They always got what they want, and that's why the team is being run to the ground at this point. Manchester City, we don't know where they're getting their cash from. PSG, we all know where the cash is coming from. So it's crazy that someone will think Chelsea should always buy whoever they want. The conditions on the market are crazy. Haaland, Jill, I'm one of those people that don't want to see Lukaku in this Chelsea team at all. I just want Haaland. But when I read a few news on Haaland deal, I was like, what the hell is this? So I don't want it. I don't want Haaland on that on that condition. I don't want him. I don't even think he's good enough to even drove our team to the ground. I don't want him. So it's not about criticizing Marina for what she's doing. If Marina right now buys someone like Zappacosta to the team, I will criticize him, and I don't think anybody will have a problem with that. If Marina
which
buys
she
someone,
did.
yeah, but no, I'm talking about now.
Yeah. You're right.
You can criticize Marina for anything. If Deadwood had come to the team right now, we would know what we want a right back. We don't want this one. We went after Hakimi. We didn't get it. I'm happy that she didn't run and get someone else, like someone Deadwood in it. I'm happy the way
Can I just say something?
Kasim, I'll bring you in. Kasim. Just hold on a second.
Chalobah is now kind of give some security to that position. As much as we rather have Hakimi, I think Chalobah has solved that issue in one way or the other. Now, we want a defensive midfielder. My point is this. That's when I'm joining Julius on this. What is the point of spending 80 million under this financial fair play on Koundé? And the next season, we're going to have a problem finding the money to go after Declan Rice for 70 million. Let's just wait, because in fact, Declan Rice can play as a center back, and he play as a center the defensive midfielder.
He can play anywhere.
Whatever. Yeah, so I just don't see the need of spending more than 40 million on Koundé. If Koundé is going around crazy, he wants to come to Chelsea, let's lower the money. We pay 40 million so he can come in. And if he allows if Sevilla allow him, then we sign him. I'll have no problem. But anything more than 60 million, I'll probably hitting my head against the wall. I said, what are we doing? That's for sure. Because he's not going to come to the team and just be the leader or anything. He's not going to be the starter. He's also going to be rotated. And in Sevilla, he's been playing pretty much all the games. So does he want to come to Chelsea and just warm the bench or be playing the cup games or whatever the thing is? Because Rudiger doesn't look like he's going anywhere soon. So Koundé, we don't need him. That's for sure. And I don't think criticizing Marina is a problem. If she does something that we don't like, we'll criticize him. We'll criticize her, and we just move on. All fine and doing the same thing.
Yeah. No, Boogeyman, I agree and disagree with you. I agree in the concept that you have, where if we need to fill that position, we should look within as well as look to bring in. So do not bring in a player for the sake of bringing in a player. Get the right player. That's what you're trying to say, and I agree with you. But at the same time, I think that Chelsea were about to make a mistake in regards to Achraf Hakimi, because Achraf Hakimi is the player that they wanted, not the position. Okay, now they wanted him because they think he is one of the best in the world, and they wanted to have him rather than let him go to a rival.
Tuchel likes him as well. Tuchel really likes him.
Yeah, he did. The bottom line is they didn't want him to go to a rival, but I think the way they pursued him, it might have been flawed, because if Chelsea do want to go for a player who is leaving a club and is looking to move elsewhere, we should have tried a little bit harder, in my opinion. But anyway, I want to give Kasim a go. And listen, lads, we're going to continue on this vein for another 10 minutes. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about Cristiano Ronaldo, because that in itself is a big story. So we'll give Cristiano Ronaldo the last part of the stream. Kasim, go ahead, mate. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, as regards Marina, mate, I think some people are really too harsh on her, because if we go back to Chelsea wanted Haaland, but the issue is with Miller Royola, he just wanted 34 million.
Sure.
That's the issue. That's why Chelsea pulled out the deal, because Miller Royola, the agent was just he was just demanding a lot of money. That's why Chelsea pulled out. Regarding Achraf Hakimi, Chelsea matched PSG, but it was down to Achraf Hakimi to choose. He chose PSG. So that's out of Marina's hand.
For Achraf Hakimi, I think personal things came into play with his wife, wanted to be on a particular soap opera in Paris and things of that nature. So I know there was a lot of elements into that. It wasn't just the fact that Chelsea were doing the right steps, but end of the day, it's if Chelsea want to get a player, want to get a right wing back, then they haven't done that, because they left Achraf Hakimi and they went on to other positions. So was he really needed in the first place? So it's one of them ones. And in regards to Erling Haaland, I am so pleased that we did not sign Erling Haaland.
Oh, I disagree with you more.
No.
I love Haaland, mate. He's an animal.
I'm not talking about the player. I'm talking about the situation that came around.
His agent, just Mino Raiola is just too greedy. That's why.
I listen, Kasim. If we had paid Mino Raiola that fee that he wanted, and paid his dad, because apparently it's not just Mino Raiola. Mino Raiola wanted 40 million, and there was another chunk that was going to go to his dad, Alfred Haaland, outside of that 40 million. Okay, so we're looking at maybe 50, 60 million just as commission. Right, on top of 175 million that Dortmund wanted. Okay, and I'll tell you something, give it a couple of years and you'll see Mino Raiola kicking up a fuss again, trying to get him to go to another club just so that he can get another fee for himself. And the impact that would have had on the dressing room, I'm not all about that life. I want to see stability in the Chelsea dressing room.
Yeah, before I move on.
One second. Yeah. And Lukaku would bring that and has brought that. Lukaku has. The first thing that Lukaku did when he walked into the Chelsea dressing room is he said, that locker was Terry's. That locker was Lampard's. Drogba sat over there. X, Y, and Z. He was talking about the history of that locker room. So this man knows how sacred this place is for him.
Correct.
That's what I want to see in Chelsea. I don't want to see Erling Haaland coming in and messing that up.
Good stuff about Lukaku because of Eric Blooper. Is the best one we have between him and Haaland. And as today, Lukaku deal was one of the best one we had at this point. Eric Blue.
I'm not disputing that. But to be fair, before Lukaku's deal, I was more Haaland because
too.
100%. And one more point, last point for me regarding Varane, because he was very cheap from Real Madrid, Varane, but Chelsea still not going for him. I think for me, Varane lost the hunger. He won everything, The issue, he moved on from Real Madrid to go to Man United, which he didn't win anything because Real Madrid will give him 9 million a year and Man United offered him 12 million. That's why he's gone for the money. So you don't want a player like that in your club. That's why Chelsea, regardless he was cheap, and he's got mistakes on him as well. If you watch him around, he's always got mistakes on him. And that's why Chelsea didn't go for him, regardless if he's cheap or not.
Good point.
Yeah,
Good
that's
point. Good point.
All right. I
want to say something about Lukaku, though.
Go on. Julius, you're going to conclude it. You're going to conclude the talk about the Chelsea-related transfer window. Then we're going to go a little bit of a diversion. So let's hear it, Julius.
So look, I was very touched in a way to see Lukaku when he walked in that dressing room. It was a nice thing, but again, that shows you that our fan base have short memories, and they are flip-flops. And the thing is, they forgot when he went to Man United and said, "It's been a dream to join Man United, biggest club in the world." Blah blah blah. He kissed every single badge he played. He kissed Everton's badge. He kissed West Brom's badge. He kissed United's badge.
Oh my God, Julius, man, what are you doing to yourself?
This is the thing.
What do you want him to do, though? Seriously?
I'm just saying, like, I don't like when our fan base, they just blindly
Amnesia.
like I don't know, man. It pisses me off, man. Just be honest with yourselves. You know what? Ronaldo, for example, went to Man United. This is very similar. We were gonna get into it, but I'm not gonna get into details. I'm just gonna say this very quick related to Lukaku. He sat down. He was accepting the fact to sit down with City to negotiate until Man U came last minute. It's not that he was against joining City. Don't idolize these people too much, and that also is related to Marina, because you're gonna be disappointed.
Julius, we're brothers, man.
Wait. No, Bobby. I want the man to finish because I want to.
That's my
talk to
brother
him.
right there. Yeah. That's my brother.
I'm coming to Julius. Julius, carry on. Finish your statement. I'm going to reply to you. Come on.
So yeah, that's what I mean, and
We miss you, Julius.
We're gonna miss you, Julius. I love you, Boogie, man. No, Julius, listen. No, for real, Julius. Let me ask you this question. Do you think when he walked into that dressing room and he pointed out those lockers and talked about the history of those lockers, that room itself that he was in, it was fake, or it was from somewhere within himself? In your opinion?
A little bit of both, because it's all about vibes. I'm not saying he loved Chelsea. He was a Chelsea fan. That's a fact. I'm not gonna say he wasn't, but there's principles there. If you you can't. Now you're walking into the dressing room and pointing out and making all these nice comments and memories and stuff. But why did you talk? Why did you take some shots at Chelsea when you were at Man United then at the time? So when he scored against us, he celebrated, by the way. Before.
Yeah.
I can't remember which game was it. I think he was with Everton.
I think West Ham. Oh, Everton also.
Yeah,
it was Everton.
So people forget their flip-flops. Our fan base is reminding me now, and it's a little bit worrying, to be honest, to Arsenal 15 years ago. We want.
Julius, listen. I understand that footballers today are not the same as footballers of yesterday. I understand that Steven Gerrard could have had a Premier League title under his belt had he decided, or had he agreed to move from Liverpool to Chelsea at the time, because there was interest in him. There was talks for that transfer to go through. He decided to stay and end his career with Liverpool. Lampard was Chelsea. I'm not going to say it from day one because he started at West Ham. He came to Chelsea, and then he ended his career at Man City. But he was loyal to Chelsea. John Terry. There's a lot of players that we can talk about that have loyalty. There's also other players that have had careers that have been, predominantly at Chelsea, semi-Chelsea. Drogba played with clubs before Chelsea. He played with clubs after Chelsea. But Drogba will always be a Chelsea legend. Lukaku today wants to do that with Chelsea. Lukaku came to Chelsea with a dream. He came to Chelsea. He spent a short period of time with Chelsea when he was a little. Let's say he was a boy. He was a little boy. He came 10 games with the club. Then he left. He left because Chelsea loaned him out, and then they sold him because Chelsea did not think he was up to speed, up to scratch when it comes to playing for Chelsea. So we pushed him away. He didn't look to go. We loaned him and then we sold him. Okay? Then we tried to bring him back and he wanted to come back. I saw an interview that suggested that he was keen to come back to Chelsea. But you know who his agent was at the time? Mino Raiola. And he was...
Him out.
Since then he kicked him out. Okay, he ended up going to Manchester United.
Exactly. That's awesome.
When he came back to Chelsea, I know there's a lot of marketing, there's a lot of promotion, there's a lot of propaganda because you want to sell a story, you want to sell a dream, you want to get the fan base behind a particular narrative. That's there. We all know that it's there. But at the same time, you can't tell me it's all, BS. No, I believe there is truth to it.
Of course, I said I don't. I'm not saying I'm questioning his loyalty. I do believe he has left to Chelsea for sure, but he's a sellout at the same time. Like we can't forget his past at the same time.
Listen,
black and white. There's no grey in this, man.
There's no grey. The fan like Julius are needed in the Chelsea, and Julius and Bobby, anyways. They say the way it is, and I like that. The truth is, Lukaku has kissed badges when he scored against us, which is it hurts because but don't forget we push him out. So like exactly the same way we push Zuma out today. If Zuma scored against us and he celebrated, are we going to be against that? Are we going to hold him accountable? Are we going to be mad at it? I don't think so because. It's a business. West Ham is now his employer, and he's allowed to do whatever. But it doesn't mean we Chelsea fan have to just let it slide. We can get mad about it. So me, I don't really have an opinion over there, and I don't really care because we did the same thing to Arsenal by buying Fabregas and all those things, and Ashley Cole and all those people. So I don't really have too much opinion, but I like it. The Chelsea fans really stick to their guns and don't like to see stuff like that, which is amazing.
Also, Mo, can you give your opinion on the Chalobah situation? How he was forced to delete?
Forced to what? Sorry.
To delete his big up basically to his best friend.
Yeah. No, you see, it's all about the pressure. It's all about the pressure, and I think. Social media has become so toxic, especially Twitter. If I want to be specific, it's not just social media; it's Twitter. There are things that, or there are standards that you have to, keep within as a player representing a club, etc., etc. But when you are talking to your mate, when you are addressing the success of a fellow friend, a mate, I think we should treat it as such. It's similar to the situation when Eden Hazard shared a joke and a laugh and a giggle and a bit of banter with Zuma after we beat Real Madrid. And the hate that the Spaniards put on Hazard for that was out of order. Because what did he do? The man was talking to his mate. The man was sharing a moment with his mate. These are human beings at the end of the day. Chalobah, Hazard, everyone is a human being. And they are able and they are allowed to share a moment, to praise a colleague, or even to criticize a colleague. Had Chalobah wrote something to Declan Rice saying, mate, you're useless that game for whatever reason, he can do that. They're mates, they can do that. We as a fan base cannot be trying to criticize this. We can criticize Chalobah's performance on the football pitch if he performs badly. We can praise his performance if he performs well. But for us to criticize him for bigging up his mate, it's not a biggie. It's not a biggie for me. It's not a biggie. It's not right. It's not right. I think we shouldn't do it. That's my opinion on that, Julius.
Yeah, I got you. Spot on.
I want to move to the final topic of the stream, and boy, what a stream it's been. I haven't checked how many likes you've got. Damn. Not even 150, Not even 150. We've had, on average, 150 people in the stream from the beginning. Going up and down, up and down. We've got over 112 people in the stream right now. And all I've got is 28 likes, 5 dislikes. Big up to the 5 Liverpool fans who have disliked my stream. Big up to you. We will beat you tomorrow, and then you can dislike my stream even more. The 129 people who have liked the stream, thank you very much. We will be discussing the final topic. If you guys can push it to 150 before the night is over, I would very much appreciate it. I support Chelsea, not Lukaku. 110%. 110%. We support the club. The players within the club, naturally we're going to be supporting them. But the club always comes first. So I agree with you, Barry Burton. I agree with you. I'm a Liverpool fan and I liked the stream. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm not sure how to apply to that, apart from saying thank you very much.
We're going to battle you guys tomorrow. That's what you can say.
Hey, I take it easy, man. She liked the stream. Take it easy. Thank you. No, I'm seriously saying it with gratitude. Thank you for liking my stream and thank you for watching my stream.
Yeah, but
and I hope you've subscribed.
Lukaku is going for a jogging with Van Dijk on his back. Do you know that?
Hey, I can't wait. Literally, I can't wait because we're going to have one of the most physical defenders in the league against one of the most physical strikers in the league. So it's gonna be an interesting one. All right. This is the final topic. This is the final topic. Give me a second. I just gotta do something here. I knew I shouldn't have done that. Kick him out in the stream. All right. Yeah, you get trolls, and I put him in when I was trying to kick him out, but it is what it is. Cristiano Ronaldo. Last night, actually, let me address it in this way. Because we've been talking about the transfer market, so let me address it in this way. The untouchable was bought by Chelsea. He was untouchable, right? Remember that? The man that was done deal to Man City last night signed for Manchester United today. So a lot of journalists are getting things wrong. A lot of big journalists are getting things wrong in this crazy transfer window. I want to know what you guys feel, what you guys think about the return of Cristiano Ronaldo to Manchester United. What impact is he going to have on the Premier League this season? Are you pleased to see him return? Are you against the fact that he has returned? Do you think he's going to hinder, improve? What is he going to be in regards to Manchester United? And is Manchester United now true title contenders, even though they are still managed by the PE teacher? It's open to you guys. Take it away.
I think yesterday, if you remember when we were talking, I found it hard not that there was any hard facts behind it, but I just didn't have that feeling that the move for Cristiano Ronaldo to Man City was going to happen. And that was because I just felt around the fan base, it was just a bit too toxic, based on all the things he had said. However, I was surprised that he did go to Man United, because I didn't think they were in the running, especially with his wages, because, you know, he's on about 470, 480 a week. And, you know, Man United's wage bill is not small, but, you know, he's there. Him being there makes them title contenders. It has to. You know, they have a very strong team. I don't know why they keep playing it down. I don't pity their wage bill because they haven't really offloaded anyone. Van der Beek is still kicking around in the stands. I think now he's not only in the stands, he's got to be tucked up in bed somewhere in Salford, because he's not going to get anywhere near that team.
That's mean, man. That's mean.
And, you know, I don't know, but definitely they're going to be title contenders because he will score goals. He's not the Ronaldo he was, but he's still a very effective and dangerous player. It's good for the Premier League, but for me, as a hardcore Chelsea fan, I don't wish him any luck at all. You know, I hope the whole deal flops and we can be laughing about it.
It's not flopping. It's not flopping. But you know what? This statement by James, I think that's how you pronounce it, about him running the team, or him managing the team. Do you guys think he's going to have that much power?
Yes. I can't see Oli telling him what to do. Oli will just be consulting him. He won't be his boss.
Oli will be the player.
Tell him what to do?
I disagree with that. Oli is the manager, and he will probably pick his team. Because Cristiano Ronaldo would like to be all the time. He would like to be in a starting 11 all the time, and I'm guarantee you he's not going to be starting all the game.
Have you seen Ronaldo pull a strop? Very few managers can control him.
Yeah, but then
I remember.
And he's not going to do it because Oli is also under pressure. It just doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
I remember a few years back. I saw Ronaldo giving the team talk for Portugal, and the manager was sitting in the corner, and he was motivating the players, and it's like, respect that man, support that man, clap for that man, and they were clapping for the manager because Ronaldo told them to do that.
The national team is completely different. Different things.
Even in the Europa League, I think it was the Europa League as well. I think Ole wasn't giving the team talk; it was Pogba. So Ole stands off like that a bit. I think he'll probably let Ronaldo lead the team in that sense.
Lead the team,
I mean, I could go on with. Yeah.
I don't see it, guys. I don't see Man United as a title contender.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I disagree with you, Kaizen.
The reason why I tell you my reason. I think it's when you see the three clubs, which is Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man City. They got outstanding managers, which is Tuchel, Pep, and the Liverpool manager. I forgot his name now. Man United always going to be the downfall, the manager, and they just individuals player, and they should basically send them out to just go enjoy yourself. Technically, he's naive, and that's why I think I bought them just before. That's my opinion. Ronaldo's a good player. He's not going to do a lot of running because his age. It's more going to be headers or penalty and tapping. That's my opinion. But he will score goals.
Kasim, question for you.
Yeah.
He's going to take all the free kicks. He's going to take all the penalties.
Yeah.
What's Bruno Fernandes going to do? Bruno Fernandes going to do, man?
The issue is more. The issue is obviously a lot money on Twitter. A lot Man United fan criticize Bruno Fernandes because he just came 6 or 7 months ago and he was basically taking everything. So that's what Ronaldo gonna do to him. When he come in, he's gonna take the free kicks, he's gonna take the penalties, and he's gonna calm him down. But I'm not disputing Ronaldo is gonna score goals. He will, but he's too old to run about. So what he is, he's gonna start as a number 9. He's a good in the air, and he's gonna score penalties, and he's gonna tap the ball to the net. I'm not disputing that. But I don't see them as a title contender. I don't. I feel them as top 14. I think Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man City, especially Chelsea and Man City, far ahead above even Liverpool as well. Because Liverpool, top 11, first 11 players, very good. So when they get injury, the bench is not great. That's my opinion.
So I think it is a little difficult. I don't know how to put it. It is a little naive to think United are not title contenders because they finished
because the manager
second last season. Like they finished second last season, and just give Ronaldo 20 goals or whatever goal he's going to add to that tally. They can easily be title contender. So the problem I see with anybody saying Ronaldo doesn't run, Martial played a lot of games for Manchester. He runs. Exactly. His job is to score goals. That's what Ronaldo is going to be doing. Whether he's not running or not, if you put the ball in Ronaldo's feet and Ronaldo is outside of the box or anywhere around that box, he is going to score. So that's all Manchester United need at this point.
But Bogeyman, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing Ronaldo not going to score.
If you know someone is there to score goal, you put Pogba and Fernandes behind Ronaldo, or you put Sanchez on Sancho, on the other side and put Sanchez, put Pogba and Fernandes. You have a team. Ronaldo doesn't need to do all the running. All they have to do is
I'm not disputing.
To have the ball control and shoot. And so for me, for me, they are title contenders. And Ronaldo coming to the league, I agree with Bobby when he said it's really good for EPL. It's an attractive league at this point. But don't think Manchester United, because Ronaldo does not run. I mean,
I'm not disputing Ronaldo is going to score goals. Why I'm thinking
it doesn't matter who is the coach or not, because Ronaldo, the thing is, with the same Holly,
you just said hang on. You just said it doesn't matter. No. Wait.
And what about Chelsea?
No, come on, hang on. There's a lot of There's a lot of
I'm not disputing Ronaldo.
Wait. Eric, Kasim, Boogeyman, go on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You can't say that it doesn't matter who the manager is. Of course, that's everything. The manager is everything, because that's what the manager determines how the team plays. The manager helps the team to be consistent, determines the tactics from game to game. The manager is everything. What happened with United last season shows that Ole is better than people think he is. You know, he has proven that he's better than what people say he is. But they still got 70 odd points. 70, I can't remember exactly what it was, 73 or something. So at the end of the day, yes, they finished second, but are you expecting them to get the points required to win the title next season with the manager they have? Yes, the players they have improves them, but I don't think the manager they have is good enough to compete with Klopp and Pep.
Yeah,
those are the main ones. Or even Tuchel. Yeah, I don't want to mention obviously Chelsea because we haven't done what Liverpool and City have done yet. But you cannot compare what they did with Chelsea, for example, because Chelsea had two managers last season. We had Lampard at the start of the season, and then we had Tuchel towards the end. And since Tuchel came in, Chelsea were higher than United on points. We got more points than them. So you can't just say, "Oh yeah, United finished second." Therefore,
what? We got more points than Manchester United last season.
Yes, since Tuchel came in, Chelsea got more points than United.
Only Pep had more points than us. City.
That's right.
But I don't disagree with Boogeyman though. I think Boogeyman makes a very good point because I want to remind you guys of something last year though. United was actually quite close to City until the end of the season. They were about 5 to 6 points, and they were flopping because they lacked proper goal scorer in the team. They never like Cavani had a good season.
They have it now. They have him now.
They have it now. So if you put Ronaldo there with 25 goals, I'm gonna say, man, that's
easy.
And I cannot believe you guys can't think they are a title contender. They are absolutely a title contender.
They are, but they're not because for me, I'm still going to say Ole won't do it unless Ole proves me wrong. I'm still going to say Ole isn't good enough. That's my opinion.
We're not saying they're gonna win it. They are a contender. That doesn't mean they're gonna win it.
Yeah, sorry.
I think. Wait, Boogeyman. I think ruling them out is a big mistake. Manchester United, even last season, like Julia said, were contenders. They slipped up. I think this season they have strengthened a lot, especially in attack.
Yep.
For me, Varane is a good defender. He's a good defender. Maguire, him and Varane. They are good defenders, world class, best in the Premier League. No, but they're good. Sancho is a threat. Ronaldo is a threat. They've got players. They can do something.
For me, Mo, Liverpool are a serious contender.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Let me just give Kasim and then Boogeyman and then we'll open it again because we interrupted them. Kasim, go ahead.
Yeah, look, during the season, some games you need the manager tactically spot on, sometime to win some games 1-0, 2-1, and Man United haven't got that. Boogeyman said the manager, it doesn't really matter. I disagree with that. I think Tuchel, Klopp, and Pep Guardiola will out-tactic him because he's very naive. I don't think Man United is title contender. I really don't, because they play as an individual. They really are, and manager always going to be the letdown for them. Unless if Man United sack the manager, will get the like of Carlo Ancelotti, or even Ravel Benitez for Everton. He's better manager than him, tactically speaking. So that's why I don't see Man United a threat. I think Man City a favor goes with the Chelsea. I believe Chelsea won the league, but I think Man City the threat. But I think they're looking number 9. They definitely need to sign number 9, and I think Liverpool first 11 is great if they get injury, and I think they're gonna be there and thereabout. But Man United,
I just have a quick question for you.
The top 4. Boogeyman. I'll give it to you. Just give me a second. The top 4, in my opinion, all can win the title this season. Chelsea, Liverpool, Man U, Man City, all 4 of these teams can win the Premier League this season. I think this is the first season in a long time where Man City are not going to be runaway title favourites. I think all 4 teams are strong favourites, and I think the first couple of months will have a big bearing on this season. I think up until Christmas, the results that we're going to have is going to have a big bearing on the season. Boogeyman, sorry for interrupting you, my man.
No problem. The only thing I would like to add to this is I'm not saying a good manager with the Manchester United team, the way it is today, will not do better than what probably Ole will do. But I'm saying I'm taking the Manchester United team today with Ole on top of it can win this league. And if anybody say no, I'll say, Liverpool or Klopp is better than Ole. Ole beat Klopp. I just went to internet and just look at all Manchester United game. Manchester United has defeated Liverpool many times under Klopp, and Ole was running Manchester United. So I just don't know why you keep saying Ole is not good enough to beat Liverpool, or Ole is not good enough to beat Manchester City. I mean, he may not be as good.
Sorry, Boogeyman. No. There's a difference. I'm not saying he's not good enough. I'm saying, and what's the name? James. Listen, they could have a better manager. I
agree with James.
They would be the favourites. with the squad they have.
I agree with that.
With the facilities they have, with the academy they have. I mean, listen, Alex Ferguson with this team, no one has seen the title apart from Man United.
100%.
I agree with that.
They don't have that. They don't have that right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but I still think Holly with this team with Ronaldo in front can win this league.
Not with Oli though. They can compete, but they can't win it. Like for me, actually, I'm gonna say something a little bit controversial. For me, the two serious contenders this year, obviously City and Man U, but for me, it's gonna be Liverpool and Chelsea. To be honest.
All right, wait. This comment. Seriously, I agree with you, Barry. I agree with you. It would have been a cracking show had he been here today. Julius, listen, mate. We were talking off stream before. We were talking earlier today off stream, and you said something, and I think this is quite important that we should mention in this stream today. Chelsea, without Tuchel, would not have won the Champions League last season. Tuchel was a major factor. When Tuchel took over from Lampard, Chelsea was struggling.
Yeah.
Did you see the impact that Tuchel had?
Yes.
And that is what I'm saying about Oli. Oli is a Lampard. They need Man United need a Tuchel. That's what they need.
Yeah, I agree.
Can I just add something more? I think because I remember when we lost to Wolves, we were 1-0 up and we lost 2-1 away. And I was at work at that time and I was kicking off. I just wanted Lampard out. A legend and everything, it didn't make him good manager. But I believed if Tuchel came 3 weeks before that, we will win the league. Because that's what I was trying to tell the boogeyman. A good manager makes a massive difference. It doesn't really matter how good players you got. You have to have world-class manager, especially in your world-class club like Chelsea, like Man United, Man City. You have to have world-class manager. And that is different from Man United.
Was in PSG. He didn't win the Champions League. So what do you say about that?
Tuchel that had an issue with Neymar and Mbappe. They had too much. That's an issue.
That's why. So someone that tell me player does not matter. That only the
hang on.
That's what I was trying to say to you, Boogeyman.
But they got
good players, and they didn't win the Champions League.
No, but you have to consider that PSG went to their first ever final. Nobody ever did that good with that team.
That was the first season for Tuchel. Tuchel was in PSG for 3 years or something. And
yes, but no other coach, no other manager got PSG to that final. He was the first person to get them to the final. So you can't just No. You can't. You have to look at context, and you have to look at the team they played in the final. They played against Bayern Munich, who won the treble. So it's easy to just say they lost the final, but they got beaten by a pretty good team.
And I think Tuchel wasn't sat on
there's no contest.
He had an issue as well.
There's no contest, but for Tuchel, we have to
look for
contest.
The context with Ole is that he's not good enough. That's the context.
Yes,
and I'm gonna keep saying
the reason why Tuchel was let go in Paris Saint-Germain is because, in the view of Paris Saint-Germain, he's not good enough. So what do you think about that?
Correct. Well, obviously they were wrong.
Exactly.
They were wrong about that. But just to quickly talk about challenging, because you people have mentioned challenging for the title a few times. And in my opinion, what a challenge means, we haven't had a title challenge for a long time. And the way I see it, you have to be within 5 points of the team in first place. So the team in first and the teams trying to challenge them have to be within 5 points of each other in the last.
Where did you get that definition from?
I made it up. It's my definition. This is where I look at things. So basically, what I'm trying to say is a title race is close. The teams who are competing are always close in terms of points. So the last title race we had, I think it was Liverpool and Man City. Man City got 98 points. Liverpool got 97. Yeah. They were toe-to-toe for more or less the whole season. And that's what I think a title race, a title challenge is. So that's when I hear people saying title challenge, that's what I'm thinking in my head. Will United be within 5 points of whoever is first place in the last week of the season? That's what I'm thinking, and I don't think that's I don't think that will happen.
No, I agree with you, Eric. That's a very fair point, to be honest. But I was gonna say that for me, this season is gonna be, and I wish I said that earlier, but I actually been saying this since in July. I think Liverpool and Chelsea are gonna have a two-horse race, and I don't think City is gonna have a good season. I have a feeling City will have a pretty average season. They're gonna be top four, but they're not gonna be as good as people make them to be.
I just aged Chelsea because the depth of the squad. I think Liverpool top 11 is great, but Chelsea's got the squad. You know, they got the depth of the squad. That's why from the beginning I'm going Chelsea to win the league. But I think definitely Man City need to sign number 9. Definitely they need number 9. Because when you see the Champions League final, false 9. So the Charity Shield against Leicester when they lost, false 9. And when they lost against Tottenham, false 9. And they definitely need to sign number 9.
I think you're underestimating Liverpool quite a lot, to be honest. I think I think we'll see tomorrow. I'm not too confident for tomorrow, but Liverpool, for me, on paper, with their experience as well and their manager, unbelievable, man. They're scary.
Lads,
can I say something quick? More.
Boogeyman, I'll let you just give me a second. Listen, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 50 minutes. 2 hours and 50 minutes. This is a record stream on my channel. I think the longest I've ever streamed was 2 hours and 15, 2 hours and 20. So this is the longest stream I've had on my channel. So wow. Big wow.
So,
I can't believe, Boogeyman, let me finish, brother. And I can't believe we haven't hit 150 likes. I can't believe it. Why haven't we hit 150 likes? So we've had plenty of people watching the stream. I mean, I don't know how many have been watching, but we've had plenty of people. We've got 107 people watching right now. Okay, and we don't have 150 likes. I mean, come on. I'm sure you guys have enjoyed the stream. I'm sure you guys have, because you've been here for a long time watching. A big thank you to every single one of you. Chelsea fan, Liverpool fan, Man United fan, whatever football club you support, by joining my stream. I really do appreciate that. And I appreciate all the ones who have interacted, commented, liked, subscribed, and even those who have disliked my stream. All 6 of you, big up to you. Big up to you, because you've interacted with my stream. I even banned 2 people on the stream. So we've done everything. We've had subscribers, we've had people being banned, we've had everything. It's been a fantastic stream. Big up to Mikhail as well in the chat. Big up to Kovačić. Big up to everyone. Listen, we're gonna conclude the stream by having our score predictions and also our last thoughts, so closing statement. So I'm gonna give you each of you 2 minutes. I'll start with Boogeyman and work my way around. We'll go Boogeyman, Kasim, Eric Blue, Julius. And I have a feeling Bobby is asleep. Bobby, are you still awake or are you asleep? Bobby, because I thought I heard you snoring.
Yeah, I did doze off there, lad. Sorry.
I did hear you snoring. I swear. I heard you snoring, and I put you on mute for a second because I thought, now this man is snoring. He's asleep.
Yeah, thanks for doing that. I'm sort of like dozing in and out of sleep. I'm keeping up, but I'm knackered. I really am tired.
Yeah,
no worries.
But the other thing is, when we have a Julius, we don't really need Bobby because they both have pretty much the same idea anyway.
Yeah, man, I know. In that case, I'll go with Bobby first. I'll give him some time to get some shut eye. Bobby, your final thoughts and your score prediction, mate.
What for the game? I don't do predictions as always. My thoughts are: this is the acid test for us. It will be a yardstick with which to gain whether we are contenders or pretenders. And I think we have every chance to even go and win at Anfield. We shouldn't be afraid of anything apart from Anthony Taylor. And let's see what happens. I'm actually looking forward to it. I really am. I'm almost wondering why I'm so neutral about it. I don't know. It's a strange feeling. But I really am curious about my team. I want to see whether we can finally get back to measuring up with these guys and compete where we should be.
Yeah. Yeah, no, listen, I mean, I know a couple of people in the comments thought we were underestimating or undermining Liverpool. Nobody here is underestimating or undermining Liverpool. Liverpool are European champions. Liverpool are Premier League champions. Liverpool are one of the best teams in Europe.
They were.
No, they are. I mean, they don't have those titles at this point in time, but it wasn't so long ago that they did have those titles. Yeah, so they are a very, very good team, very good team. And for Chelsea to underestimate them, we'll be doing that at our own peril. So no one is underestimating Liverpool. I think we do have a squad and a team able to beat them, but it's going to be a very, very interesting game. Bobby, mate, thank you for joining the stream. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully for the post match, and we'll take it from there, mate. Have a good night.
Absolutely, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me, mate.
Cheers, Bobby. Man. Take care, brother. See you later. Good night, brother. Good night. Boogeyman, your final thoughts and your score prediction.
Listen, Liverpool is, for me, is the favorite to win the league this season. I don't think Manchester City is in their right mind at this point, and I think
I got to interrupt you. Boogeyman, because every time you say something, I feel like the urge to interrupt you, and I apologize, but I got to do it. You think Liverpool are favourites to win the Premier League, so Chelsea are not favourites?
Chelsea are contender. They can shake it up.
But Liverpool are favourites.
Liverpool are favourite. And that's my view of the league as it stands today. Because the thing is, if we didn't have African Cup of Nations in the middle, I will be like, okay, Chelsea team, we can run this team all the way to the end of the season. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to be losing a point. And Liverpool is losing Mane and Salah at that time. So that's that point where I think the Chelsea has a chance to catch up to Liverpool, because they don't have them two main strikers, and we don't have our goalkeeper, and we don't have Ziyech. So I think it's not that bad for us. But as soon as we put Kepa in the goal, then so it's something else. So for me, it was just because of the African Cup of Nations that Chelsea has a chance to catch up on Liverpool, because they're not going to be scoring that much. Anyways, coming back to tomorrow game, I want
to interrupt you for a second again, Boogeyman. Apparently, this is something that I read today. I am not 100% sure about it. I've got to do more research in regards to it. But Hakim Ziyech has had a falling out with the Moroccan head coach, and he is no longer part of the Moroccan national team. So if that is true, because I read it somewhere and I can't confirm whether or not that story is accurate, but if that is true, then Hakim Ziyech will not be going to the African nations. So
which is good for us.
Which is good for us. But I'm not sure if it's good for Morocco or good for Hakim.
Sorry for the Moroccan. Sorry for the Moroccans, but listen, I'm happy to hear something like that. Hopefully, they didn't manage to figure it out by the end of next January, so he can just stay at Chelsea and play. So hopefully our goalkeeper also has a problem with Senegalese national team. I'll be happy also. Sorry for the Senegalese friends.
Job done.
Then
Marcus Bentinelli, we can go back.
I know for sure that we will be contending or even favorite at one point. So when it comes to tomorrow games, the only question I'll ask today, if I put Liverpool defense and Chelsea defense, which one would you pick? I think the majority of people will pick Liverpool defense. If I put our midfielder compared to Liverpool midfielder, we pick our midfielder. And when you pick our front line against the front line of Liverpool, then the front line of Liverpool will be taken also. So for me, Liverpool are favorite for tomorrow game. That's the way I see the game tomorrow. And if we manage to take 1 point from them, I'll be happy. So my prediction is our first defeat, 1-0 Liverpool tomorrow.
Boogeyman, I'm so happy I brought you on my stream today. I'm so happy you've come in.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, Boogeyman, you started the stream with some negativity. You're ending the stream with more negativity. Big up to you. Thank you. Thank you.
I love Boogeyman, man. He's wicked.
I love him.
Julius,
I love him.
I'll talk to you, man. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Kasim.
No, wait.
Boogeyman,
Wait. Boogeyman. You know, they say something. Where I'm from, we have a saying. You can't taste how sweet something is unless you taste a little bit of, what's the word here? Something that is sour. Yeah?
Bittersweet.
That is bittersweet.
Something that's bitter.
Something that's bitter. Yeah, so you got to have some bitterness to appreciate the sweetness. Okay, so
true.
You are making us all taste so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. Top man, Boogeyman. Top man.
Not exactly how I
Top man, Boogeyman. Top man.
Boogeyman, we love you on this on the stream. I'm serious. We love you on the stream.
Love. Eric Blue, hopefully your man produce tomorrow. If he doesn't produce, you and I have a problem, man. Get choose, man.
Don't worry.
Post match reaction.
Yes,
we got to be talking about
see.
that.
I'll be there.
See. We'll see you then, man. Have a good night, Boogeyman. Thank you for being in the stream. What a great character. What a great chap. What a great geezer. Listen, it's good that we all have different opinions and we all look at things from a different perspective because that what makes it interesting. Okay. I'm going to go Kasim, Eric Blue, and then we'll finish with Julius. Kasim, give me your final thoughts and your score predictions for tomorrow, my man.
I said it in the beginning more. I think it's the Chelsea Liverpool, the game come too early. The third game of the season. I think both managers, they're not going to go for it. Both managers are going to be cagey. In a way, cagey, what I mean by cagey is both going to play for the draw, both going to take points, 7 points out of 3 games, which is fantastic. Because don't forget, Man City dropped points. Man United dropped points against Southampton. I mean, if we were talking about the contender, Man City and Man United, both dropped points. So draw tomorrow is fantastic result for both teams. Because I think the game will come a bit too early, and that's what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm going 0-0 or 1-1. That's what's going to happen tomorrow.
Close, tight game.
It's going to be a tight game, yeah, because I think both, they'll be worried. They don't want to lose the season. So both gonna play for the draw. That's why I see it.
Yeah, I've been watching this girl's comments, Gems. She's making some very good points, very good comments. And this is the latest one. Klopp doesn't play for draws. Yeah, and we don't concede goals. So it's going to be interesting. Kasim, thank you for your thoughts and your opinions, and I hope to see you tomorrow. No, that's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. My pleasure. I will see you tomorrow in the post match.
Thank you, man.
Have a good
night.
We'll be celebrating. Good night, my man. Take care.
Have a good night.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, listen. Before we go to Eric, guys, we are still 4 away from 150 likes. 4 away. Can we do it before the stream ends? I'm sure we can. Eric Blue, score predictions and final thoughts, my man.
Yeah. Score predictions. Okay. The score prediction I decided to go for is 2-1. Or 1-2. I think we will win. I think we might concede because obviously we are playing against a very good team. I'm very much looking forward to this game. I'm not concerned. I'm not worried. I'm a little bit nervous. I think that's only normal. I'm expecting the team to turn up. I really am. I think the team turns up against the big teams, in the big matches. So I'm expecting the team to really try to get a victory. Because we are in a supposed title race, we're trying to challenge for the title. I think a draw is the least that we should expect. We can't afford to drop points. Well, we can't afford to drop 3 points against teams like this. We have to impose ourselves. We have to try everything we can to get that result. And it's going to be a tight game. Obviously, I think 3 goals max. It might not even be that much. Maybe it will be realistically. It could be like a 1-0 victory to, maybe to us or to Liverpool. But I'm going to just say 2-1. Both teams to score, but we'll just edge it.
Right.
Lukaku will turn up. I'm not worried about that. I think even if he's not scoring, he will be occupying defenders. He will be taking people out of the game, and that's what we need. So,
Eric, sorry to interrupt you, but I want him to score tomorrow. I want him to score tomorrow because I want him to dismiss that myth of Lukaku not being able to score against big teams. I mean, he scored against Arsenal, but Arsenal are not a big team. So I want him to score against Liverpool so we can say that he can score against big teams.
I'm coming for you, Eric, tomorrow if he doesn't do it.
I know, I'm aware. I know that people are going to be scrutinizing this guy, which is normal. You know, he should be scrutinized, and he had better turn up because I'm not repping him for no reason. I'm not trying to rep him to get criticized or laughed at. So he had better turn up, and I think he will. He has a very high what's the word? People expect a lot from him, including me. Obviously, you know, I'm not
expectations. Yeah.
I'm not repping him for no reason, basically. So yes, he will turn up. He might score. Don't be surprised if he scores. If he doesn't score, it's about how he plays. It's about how he helps the team. So yeah, we have to look at that closely. People will. I know everybody. I'm very aware, and I know even that there will definitely be games where we would want more from him. Like, it's only normal. He's only human. So I'm expecting there will be games where people will be discontent, and you know, we would have wanted more. But those games will be very few, hopefully. And yeah, I'm going with 2-1 or 1-0. Maybe 1-0 is more realistic. But and then my conclusion in general, I think we're in a title race. We have everything to do it, in my opinion. I want 2 trophies at least. At the very least, 2 trophies. We need one more. You know, I think everybody
Eric,
knows what I'm talking about.
Slow down.
I'll be happy with one then.
No. I want 2. I want 2, 3. I want as many as we can get. But let's just take it one game at a time. Let's just take it.
Okay. I'm going ahead of myself. Okay, and I've been talking for a while now. So let me try to conclude. Chelsea will win. Hopefully, 3 more points. Some Liverpool fans who don't, I don't know, maybe they haven't been paying attention. They might get they might get a surprise. Yeah, okay. So 2-1, 3 more points, and we move.
All right, Eric. Thank you very much. Eric, I want to see you here in the post-match because me and you are going to be telling everyone who was doubting Lukaku how much of a badass he is because he's just scored a hat-trick against Liverpool. Hopefully, we'll see. I want to give some positivity to Boogeyman tomorrow. So let's see. Eric Blue, always a pleasure having you on, my man. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night, brother. Good night. All right, Julius. Before I ask you for your thoughts and opinions, I just want to say big up to everyone. We've reached 154 likes. Fantastic. We set 2 milestones. 100 likes and 150, and we reached both of them. So big up to all of you. Everyone who has liked the stream, big up to you. I've got a person in the back room trying to get in. The stream is about to end. So hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to put you on now. So come back tomorrow, my man. Julius, what do you reckon, man? What's your score prediction and final thoughts for the Liverpool match?
It's very hard. I think, obviously, it's going to be a very tactical game between 2 great managers, 2 great teams. I'm going to go for a Liverpool win tomorrow, to be honest, based on historical matches and how I don't think we've done well in the Premier League, to be fair, not in other competition at Anfield. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Liverpool tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mendy's going to have a bad day tomorrow, huh?
I think it's maybe, and look, this won't be a factor of why we won't win the league. I think we're still going to be probably the favorites to win the league over the course of the whole season. But I just think Liverpool are just too good and people are really underestimating them. I believe they are a serious title contender this year, and we're going to go head-to-head I don't think City or Man U are going to be as good as people make them seem. But yeah, I think Liverpool is winning tomorrow, and I'm preparing mentally to take it. And I don't think Lukaku is going to have a good game, but we'll see.
All right. Thanks for your thoughts. I hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah. Well,
I'm playing the reverse.
Listen, Julius, I started the stream with Boogie, man, and I'm ending it with you, man. I don't know what I need to find some new panelists, man. I'm serious.
But bad idea.
Some positive panelists. I'm serious.
Look, I like to play the reverse psychology game.
Yeah. So. No. Listen. It's going to be a tough game. Tomorrow is going to be a tough game, but I think we have enough to beat Liverpool. Whether or not we'll do it, we'll have to wait and see. But I think we have enough to beat them. And the focus is going to be on Lukaku again, and I think it's going to be the focus on him pretty much the whole season, because I think we have so much hopes and so much dreams when it comes to goal scoring, because we've been lacking in the area, and Lukaku is the man that's going to be doing that. Hopefully. Julius, thank you for coming on. Hopefully I can see you tomorrow in the post-match, and we can celebrate together, and you'll be telling me how wrong you were about this game.
Look, I'm gonna actually look. If we win tomorrow, I will. Look, I'm gonna raise my hands up for Lukaku if he does well, and I'm gonna concede that I was wrong all the way, because I've been against the whole deal with Lukaku since day one, and I wasn't too keen on all of the transfer window and everything we've done so far after winning the Champions League. So I'm being realistic with myself. I'm being honest. I know my opinion is not popular, but I just like to be honest, and I don't think we're gonna win tomorrow. But if we win, then man, it's gonna feel better for me than you guys, So.
Yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be an interesting afternoon, and I can't wait. I can't wait to watch the game, and I can't wait to react to it straight after. Julius, thank you for coming on. I will talk to you tomorrow, man. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Bye, Julius. Listen, guys, I can't wait to make my reaction video. I can't wait to react to the game tomorrow. Regardless, win, lose, or draw, the match is going to be a fantastic one. It's two top teams head to head. One of the best attackers in the league against one of the best defenders in the league, if not the best attacker and the best defender. So tomorrow's going to be a big game. Big up to everyone who's been part of the stream. Big up to everyone who has participated, who has liked, shared, subscribed, even disliked, commented. Big up to all of you, because you have made this stream possible. 3 hours and 12 minutes, the longest stream I've ever had on my channel. Fantastic. Enjoyed the hell out of it. Guys, I'm going to go to bed and get some sleep, and I'll see you all tomorrow to discuss the result. Hopefully it's a positive one for Chelsea. Have a good night, people. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.